your little dog?
I can do it. Wonder Wheel. I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel murderer.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day to be broke while collecting toys. What's going on, everybody, and how you doing?
Broke like you now.
Doing well. Happy to be here.
Always a pleasure to have you. My wonderful co-hosts are all present and accounted for today. Of course, you heard from Trina right there. We also got Slasher with us, our other co-host.
Well, that's good.
Something wonderful in toys. And of course, as always, we got Vinnie with us as well.
Hey, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, we got some cool toys to talk about on this fine evening.
Oh, we absolutely do. Guys, remember, we are streaming on my channel, Vinnie's channel, over there on X. Eventually, I will link my new X to my YouTube account and my StreamYards, because apparently it's still got the old one that Twitter won't get back to me. But it's what it is. What are you going to do? The War Pig is now fully in charge of the Twitter stuff. So let's say hi to the chat real quick. First one in the house. Got Chaos Hoy. What up, Chaos?
Hey, Chaos.
Oh, man.
I'm doing okay. Pig's doing about as well as I can. Jumper's still, I don't feel like getting into it, but it could be better. Toy Mafia also in the house. What's going on, Toy Mafia? Good to see you. Papa Cotton in the house. Don't trust YouTube. YouTube is asshole.
It is.
That's the absolute truth.
Papa Cotton, you're going to be proud of me. I pissed off so many people in the last couple of days with my current uploads. I know he'd appreciate it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's nice when they get all inflamed. We were talking about that earlier in a couple different private chats. Like, it's always just a wonderful time to just aggravate these people and just watch them melt down.
Yeah, well, yeah, we upset crazy people.
Bad Take Bojans in the house. What's going on, Tina? I hope you're
Tina.
well. Lurch Troll also in the house. What's up, Lurch? Good to see you guys. Guys, remember to go ahead and share the links out there. Smash the like button. Let everybody know we're here. I am the most hated guinea pig on YouTube. And a misfortunate is everybody apparently that hangs out with me because they get absolutely painted with the red brush as well. Kind of is what it is.
Tom, you know what it is? It's people that don't know how to laugh and they take everything too seriously. Those are the only ones who are getting massively upset. So
you're talking about all the Karens over on Twitter.
And on YouTube. They're pussies.
They don't even have camel toes on YouTube. They have goat toes, and nobody wants to see that. Yeah, right. Freaking Mickey Mouse Club. But let's kick it off with some wonderful toys. These ones, I've talked to a few people, and some people are going to be getting these in the mail once I'm not so broke as a joke that I can actually mail some shit off. But I did pick these up once again. Ollie's to the rescue, and these things are absolutely fantastic. I bought some of the other ones in the past, and I had a lot of fun with those. When I seen these at Ollie's for $3.99, I was like, oh yeah, they're coming home with me. And here we go. Let's take a look. Guys, be sure to let me know what you think. Two-parter again, because the pig is good for two-parters. Welcome back, because we're getting ready to look at a couple more toys. You see there's no pig here for this one, because quite honestly, I don't know which pig would actually belong with these. But these are from 2021. These are Series 1 from Mattel. We got WWE Superstars. We've got the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Includes his entrance robe, and he's got a mic, and if you see that price, $3.99 from Ollie's, cannot be beat. And we also have Hollywood Hogan. Includes his NWO gear, including his belt. Each one of these has a few more accessories as well, so let's get these ones out and take a look at them.
Showtime!
So first up, here we go with the Nature Boy, right out of the package. Start taking a look at the articulation. There he goes with his robe. Woo! As you can see, that robe comes right off, and you can see all the articulation that Flair has in him, and he does come with a little microphone because, well, it's Ric Flair. You can see he's got a waist turn right there. He's got movement at the knees. He's got pivot, and he's got a little bit of rock down at the feet, a turn at the shins. Got movement up at the biceps. It is a little bit limited. He's got a turn at the elbow. Once again, that is limited. Pivot and turn at the wrist, and a fairly decent amount of head rock on that one, as long as a decent waist turn. But he does come with a few more things, so let's get them out and take a look at it. Woo, woo, woo. A couple of his extra hands here. He comes with 2 closed fist hands, 2 open hands for grappling, and of course you can see he comes with his sunglasses. The one thing I really like that Mattel did with these sunglasses and the way they go on is they have a little slot underneath his hair on both sides for the ends of the sunglass to port right in and hold it onto his face really nicely. That was very well done.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Excellent.
That was really cool. And see, it's so easy to do something like that with the hair and the sunglasses, and I don't know why it took them this long to figure it out.
I remember seeing one like that a while back, though. Mm-hmm. I think there was a big Boss Man figure that had that, where it had the little holes by his sideburns.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's going on, Curtis? Curtis came in while we started playing that one.
Hey,
already dropping links. My man, Time Prophet, also in the house. What's up, Time Prophet? Good to see you guys, man. I hope that you're having fun as we're getting started on this one. Yeah, $3.99, and that's just the first one. Obviously, I have the second clip that gets into the Hollywood Hogan one, but that hair thing a lot better than what Hasbro was doing with the Baroness, where they got big indents in her head. You know, they could have did something like this where they puffed her hair out a little bit so there was a slide for the glasses to sit instead of putting those stupid indents in the side of her head for the glasses.
I know NECA, there's been a couple companies that did it properly like that, where they'll like you said, they'll wave it out a little bit so that it could slide in properly. Yeah, that Baroness. And then they re-released her on the single card. Same deal. Like, what's wrong with them? The first
I like that it's a nod to the AWA figures. I like that.
Oh, I get into that too, because I was thinking Slash is gonna love this.
But I was gonna say the first release of Baroness, they glued the glasses to her face, and most.
Oh my God!
They glued them crookedly. So then when they single carded them, it's beside her in the packaging. But yeah, same deal. They didn't fix it. You can still see holes in the side of her head.
Also, I don't know. I find it kind of weird that Flair comes with sunglasses when he doesn't have a suit, because Flair didn't wear the sunglasses with the fancy robe. Not that I remember.
Yeah, you're right.
No, but when he did interviews, sometimes and it wasn't often, but every once in a while he'd be in his gear and he'd have his glasses on when he's doing an interview.
I mostly remember him when he had the glasses. He was always wearing suits.
Plus, he would have been. Bone?
Oh, what's up, Bone? It would be funny if they had a variant where he's naked under the robe and he does the helicopter.
We're going to Space Mountain. Woo!
This is the plane ride from Hell edition.
Good to know it.
But yeah, let's get into part 2. Really digging these ones, and I tried to add as many fun clips in this that make it feel like an old-timey wrestling gimmick kind of promotion for it. But WWE, if you even try to hit me, let me tell you something. This is part of a review, which falls under fair use, so you could suck it sideways. I'm not Vince McMahon. I may not shit on your head, but I will make life terrible for you. Here we go.
Now, back to our program.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Here we go with Hollywood Hogan out of the package. I did notice about Hogan right away is right here in his waist. Seems really sloppy compared to Flair. Like, it is really sloppy on this one. I don't know if they're all like that, but then again, for $3.99, that kind of is what it is, isn't it?
The whole world is a stage now.
A nice little close-up of Hogan right there. So the bandana is removable. The glass is kind of held on by the bandana. They will sit by themselves, which is nice, but they are also removable. The belt that he has down here is removable as well. And then, of course, you could take his NWO shirt off. The same articulation on the Flair one, and of course his NWO belt, just like he used to come out the entrance strumming away on it like it's a guitar. Not bad looking. This is pretty damn cool. We'll throw him in a few more action poses, and we'll get out his last two accessories.
We're styling, man. We don't have to sneak around anymore.
Here we go with his last two accessories, those being two closed fists. The articulation is pretty good in this one. You can get some pretty dynamic poses. I will note that the head was extremely loose when I took it out of the package. It just had to really be pushed back onto the socket. Look at the detail right there in the boot. They even have the NWO Hollywood Hogan down on the damn boot. That was a really nice touch. Overall, I think Mattel did a pretty good job with these WWE superstars. I'm liking them. Here we go with our last shot with Hogan and Flair ready to square off. I think these ones are pretty damn awesome. I'm not going to lie. They're kind of done up in that old school, like the AWA, WCW early figures. And of course, these are based off the Masters of the Universe Origins molds, the way that they did those. Very well done. I really do like these ones a lot. There are a few problems with them, but I think they can be overlooked for the nostalgic value and just all the little details that they did add into these. These ones are pretty awesome. We are going to give these ones 9 out of 10 toes for this set.
That Flair animation was awesome.
That's awesome.
I've been playing with it. Real quick, let's say hi to everybody else who popped in the chat. Soul Assassin over there
Soul?
in the chat. What's up, Soul Assassin?
What's up?
Good to see you. DVB also in the house. What up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. I thought I seen somebody else pop in. Maybe it's just my eyes. It's my eyes. My eyes. I can't see. You're still messing with the hard drives. You know, it's funny. I was looking at the old computer with the freaking old floppy drive that has it comes with a separate hard drive for the old floppy disks, like a 100 Tandy X or something like that. Freaking old ass thing. I don't know how long we've had that thing sitting around, but it's still sitting around. But thank you, Soul Assassin. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better. I'm still playing with it. I just haven't had a chance to play with the damn stop animation as much as I'd want to if I had the time.
You know what would be a cool idea for the stop motion? Hogan playing the fucking air guitar with the belt.
I was thinking that because I still have both figures sitting out on the BattleBots arena, and I've been thinking about that.
That's great. You gotta upload those as like individual shorts.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I do. But yeah, overall though, pretty impressed with the set. I will say that the one thing that does kind of irritate me just a little bit is even though they got the articulation like the Master of the Universe Origins figures, these ones cannot get down into kneeling positions, and it has to do with the big giant knee pads that they have on there. It won't allow their knees to bend up high enough. That would probably be the only takeaway I would see with these figures. And I did have a bit of a problem with Flair's one arm, and I mentioned in the full-length video, and I never did an update because after I got done filming them and I was doing the stop animation, I was playing with them for a while, I was able to get that arm to bend down. It was just so tight that it was stiff, and it just had to be worked loose because one arm was just kind of bent up a little bit. But
yeah,
overall, though, I mean, incredibly well done. I think these things are excellent. And I know they have the Papa Shango.
Those ones
They
you
have
showed in
Pop
the
Shonks
store,
out there.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them look so damn good. Last time I was in the store, I guess they dropped the new wave.
That
And
Mr. T one.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say. Mr. T looks so freaking good.
Yep.
Man.
Yep, that's it, Lurch. Tandy 100 EX.
Yeah. I think I know what happened to Hogan while he was loose there. That's where he gets his injections in his spine in real life.
DVB, I am glad that we could help you with that. Me and all my co-hosts love to be able to draw people away from drama channels and just have a little freaking bit of nerdy fun. You know, something you just don't see on most of these platforms, everybody. Because, you know, I understand there's a time to talk about the shit that's going on, but there's also a time you got to roll back and have a little bit of fun because everything is nonstop drama, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, including leap years too. It's no fun. What joy is there in that and just being miserable all the goddamn time? Like some of these people, they really need to stop with their shit.
That's retarded. It's all manufactured garbage. That's why, we're talking about the cool things that we love. And shit, I started doing a series of comedy bits, The President's Telling Jokes, because I wanted to do something different that I thought was pretty funny. And some of them did amazing numbers. I was surprised.
That's funny stuff.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, later I'll play some. Well, after the stream, I'll play you some that are really funny. I got a couple of shorts I could show. This was nuts because Tommy, he saw it right away. We've had this discussion multiple times, and it never fails. It's like clockwork. When I finally decide to buy a figure, we end up seeing it in the store. Every damn time. She should be coming, I think, tomorrow, this one. But
every time you order a figure online, you see it in the store the next day?
Right. Can't find it at all. Looking nonstop. Went to a bunch of stores, made phone calls. I talked to the guy in Target. He's like, it's not even on the list. Like, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting in anymore. I'm like, what? What do you mean it's not coming in anymore? It's like the cartoons just dropped. It's like, I'm looking on the list right here. Look, there's nothing scheduled. It looks like it's cleaned out. I go in 2 days later. She's sitting by herself right there on the peg.
Yeah, and that's when he walks up. You'll never believe who just made the list.
I left her there, though. I'm like, no, I already paid for it, so she's coming soon. But I thought it looked really great. That packaging is killer on it, too. But, that was, one of the kicking the balls. And Tommy's like, it happens to me all the time.
So how many in the first wave of these figures?
There's 6 per wave. Yeah, so this is the second wave.
Oh, they're already up to 2? Oh.
Yeah, I guess they want to catch up because the cartoons apparently have been dropping.
Yeah, the first wave was like Gambit, Wolverine.
Oh, they had the bald bishop, right? Did they have the bald bishop?
No. He had the hair. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't long, but it was short.
And they had the red and purple Magneto in the first wave. And I think
he's the second wave. He's in this wave.
I thought the purple, the one with the M was in this wave.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on. Yeah, the all purple one is in this wave. You're right. Yeah, the classic look is in the first wave, which is weird. I don't know why. Because I reviewed the figure last week. He's like slightly. Yeah, here it is. He's slightly smaller. The one that's purple back there, it's like a beefier body. Like it's a slightly larger figure. I don't know why they didn't keep him in proper scale. Like they could have just used this body because I think it's an existing character already, and then just make your modifications on the sculpt itself. You know, that way they match up properly. But yeah, anyway, and I was right. It pissed me off so much. The Goblin Queen, I think I said during the review, she's supposed to have flesh on the upper thighs. Like she has thigh highs on, the corset with the black panties, but you're supposed to see skin. The cartoon drop where she's in it, and they did it the right way. And the figure they threw freaking pantyhose on her.
So Wolverine's in the first wave. There's no way they could have not have put Wolverine in the first.
Yeah,
wave.
he's in the first wave.
Okay.
Yeah, he showed up like a cameo in 2 of the reviews I did. But yeah. I'll be reviewing that guy soon. But like I said, man, I called it. Hasbro, they pussied out on everyone. They didn't keep it true to the cartoon or Mark Silvestri's design. The Goblin Queen's supposed to look, kind of slutty anyway. And nope,
supposed to look like a goddamn whore. Just say it, Vinny. She's supposed to look like a whore.
No, again, she's like the Hellfire Club look or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like a knockoff of that in a way. But yeah, they screwed it up. So way to go, Hasbro, clowns. And
you know what? It wouldn't surprise me, Curtis. YouTube changed. Ton of haters popped up out of nowhere. Maybe
what's
TikTok.
up, Jamie? Awesome
Hello,
seeing you, Jamie. Oh yeah, and this was pretty cool. I was not expecting to see this one in stores. They had
cool.
Undertaker and his American Badass look, and like look at the print on the shirt.
That does
Dude,
look nice.
That looks really good.
Yeah, man. When they get the detail like that, like those boots on that Hogan figure, Tommy showed that.
Yeah,
I love when they do that shit.
Yeah, that digital printing, it's getting so damn good. But yeah, I was surprised because again, this isn't easy to do, and especially at that scale, to get the that level of detail and stuff in there.
Personally, if they were going to do American Badass again, I would have rather have seen
the Dead Man Inc. shirt, right?
What either Dead Man Inc. or the one where he had the big red shirt where it said Big Evil on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would have been good. But yeah, this was impressive though. I again didn't know they were making it because they. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying because they have the ultimate. I guess they re-released the ultimate version of him where he has like the Hellraiser kind of get-up thing. Like
the Lord of Darkness.
Yeah. So yeah, I was surprised by that, but the alternate heads and all that other crap. But you were saying, Trina?
I was just going to ask if you think they're going to do the version where he has that like white face paint and he has the casket.
The original.
Did they ever put out an Undertaker figure where he has the casket? I
don't think they have.
I've never seen one.
No,
I would love to see that.
That would be cool. They could do them together in a box set with Paul Bearer.
Yeah, it could even be like a play set, like what they used to do with the Jax rings. How they would have like actions at the rings.
Yeah,
like they used to have. They used to have the voice chip in it, where they would talk shit when you like they sold the ramp, like the entranceway, the raw entranceway. And like you would put the figure on the center and it would talk shit.
That'd be pretty cool.
Like they should have like a casket match set or something like that.
That would be great.
Like him and Mankind.
Yeah. Or you could break it up like that. If you did like a 4-wave figure set, so you'll do Undertaker, Mankind, Kane, and Paul Bearer, and each of them comes with a piece.
Yeah.
It could be a piece.
Yeah, like a build a set instead of a build a figure, a build a set. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be killer. But again, these are the kind of ideas that we used to have at the toy companies. We brainstorm together and kind of come up with cool things that we could have done.
Well, I mean, even with the regular Undertaker figures, if they wanted to add something a little bit extra in it or try to get people to want to buy more of the Undertaker type figures, have each one come with a piece of a druid.
Yeah, like its own druid.
Build the druid. Why not?
Well, there's lots of things you could do, but I mean,
a torch.
It comes down to these people, pulling the trigger in the right way. But, they're too busy pooping on people. And this was
I'd say WWE's doing a good job with their wrestling figures lately. All the shit you guys.
Yeah, lately, they have been looking good. They have. I'm trying to keep an eye out for that Bret Hart and that Piper, but that's a Walgreens exclusive, and we know how that is.
I'll have to look for it for you.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. But these look really good though. I know, Tommy, you had reviewed the Cobra Commander, but they do look nice. I mean, every time I pass by them in the stores, I at least film them.
Tough, man.
Yeah, dude, and look how good Krusty looks.
Yeah, man. I saw the just the Simpsons. They showed pictures of them on Twitter. They didn't show all the other ones.
They look pretty.
My mother had some of the old Simpsons stuff, and I mean they're very comparable what they made way back in the day. But
my friend had a bunch of them. He had Moe's. I think.
Yeah, my mom had that.
Yeah, with the voice activated features.
It did. It did? I didn't know that. I just saw it once in his house. I didn't know it existed.
The one she had with the Moe's Tavern, I'm pretty sure it came with Duffman.
That's fucking dope.
No, didn't it come with Mo?
No, I'm pretty sure it came with Duffman. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I would have to. It's crated in the back somewhere. Yeah. I'll have to dig it out and take a look.
Yeah, because I had them, but yeah, World of Moves I had and everything. Yeah, they didn't make it. I think I still have.
Vinnie, did you have the Bret Hart one? You know, there's a Bret Hart Simpsons one, right?
No, I never gotten that one. I had like the kind of key cast, like the family.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying it's funny that they didn't make a Bret Hart one.
Oh, it is funny. Yeah, he's shown it. He's got like a little display room.
There's a video of him where he's talking shit to Brock Lesnar and Ric Flair. He's like, "You have one of these?" And he's holding up his fucking toy like in the box.
Hilarious.
Real quick, say hi to Monotony and yeah, Monotony. No, I'm not answering that. God damn it, Tony. God damn it. I don't understand what your fascination with that weirdo is.
Jesus, good lord. What was I gonna say? But oh yeah, with Moe's Tavern, they had like little like clips or something. So there's electronic pieces in there. So wherever you kind of put the figure on the base, then there's like a little button and you hit it. So,
it's like the entranceway, the wrestling entranceway I was talking about.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, depending on what figure you have, like that chip will correspond with the actual with the like again Moe's or a piece of like the family.
The Simpsons house, probably.
Yeah. There was all different things.
School, probably.
Yeah, and it's fun. Not all of them work though, because I know like the older figures they didn't all work with like the basic. Because I think they released like 5 or 6 series, and I had a couple like when they first came out, and then I picked up a couple a little bit later, and I was a big fan when I was younger from all that shit. But,
you know, Soul Assassin, I cannot recall offhand. I almost want to say Playmates, but I don't know if that's right.
It might have been, but yeah, I can't remember either. Shit, I could have checked in this comic shop. This comic shop I know still has a big section of those old ones. Next time I go.
And talking about those Joes, it wasn't like that Cobra Commander, and that was one of the things I said. The thing looked great. Mm-hmm. It was just poorly done. It was poor execution.
Yeah, but Hank Scorpio, that's great. The flamethrower and everything.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was pretty cool. So, yeah, that was my those shorts first, and then I got 2 figure reviews. So.
All right. Well, I have an old school toy time break for us.
Okay.
Dug out some more of the older stuff because I like to do that here on this show because it's always fun to show that off. And guys, hope you enjoy. So for our old school toy time, I got a big giant box of some of these figures right here from the prequels. A whole bunch of Boba Fett's, Jango Fett's. There's an Aura Singh in there as well. Just a whole bunch of old figures. I know I probably should unwrap these, but unfortunately I have nowhere to put these right now, and they're still kind of in storage, so it is what it is. I've talked about this one a few times. The Uncanny X-Men Alert Adventure Kane. Had this one for quite some time, and came with a whole bunch of little figurines, and I know inside this thing all those figurines are all painted up. This was a pretty damn cool freaking game set. Also got this old Wolverine in there, the big 12-inch jammies. And then we got this big old General Lee RC. I wish I could figure out where the battery pack is. It's even got shocks and everything on there. This is actually a really nice RC. It's pretty large too. It's a pretty big one. I believe this was like 2005, I think it was. But got the controller right there for it. All I need is the charger. It's a special adapter for the bottom to charge the battery pack that's actually in the General Lee, and then I can get this sucker running again. following up the big General Lee, we got this little General Lee Ideal Corp 1981. This one was for those Tyco racetrack sets. Still have this one from all those years ago. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this toy time.
Yeah, those look great.
Yeah.
I always dig that stuff.
Dude, that RC, though, the General Lee RC, I so want to find that freaking charging cable for that thing, because that thing has the horn. It's got freaking lights and everything. That thing is awesome.
Nice.
I want to roll that thing around. Let's see if I can scare the shit out of the dog.
You didn't get him on camera, though, with the
Godzilla, I know. Because he wouldn't stay in the room every time I turned it back on. He'd take off.
Oh, wow. Was it the revving up?
It wasn't. It was that mostly, but yeah, he didn't like when it moved towards him because of the sound, that goosh, you know, because it sounded like he's stomping on the ground there. He didn't like that much either.
And it was hard to tell, but yeah, real quick too. Well, was the sound coming out of him or was it coming out of the controller?
That was coming out of him.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Soul Assassin. Could never be made today. Not that way. I know that they said that they were doing some General Lees, but of course they were removing the flag, and on some of them, I think they were even removing the 01 because apparently that offends people too somehow. Whatever.
So they're not making the General Lee.
No, they're just making an orange car.
Yeah, they're just making an orange Charger.
Yeah. So that RC General Lee, did it have the Dixie horn?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
yeah, it's got the horn. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it got lights. It's got the horn, and of course, you know, it rolls across the floor at a pretty good clip. So
nice.
Yeah,
nice time profit. Got the entire set. I don't have many left of mine. I think I got Bo and Luke, and I think I got. I know I got Boss Hog. I don't remember if I have any of the other ones left. I lost a lot of them. Same thing with my MASH figures that I had. I have a few of them, but not all.
MASH figures.
I'm sorry. I liked MASH, man.
I know. I'm just saying it's funny. MASH figures, like those Love Boat figures.
Well, no, at least these ones were jointed. Those Love Boat figures were like the static freaking Star Wars toys.
Yeah, like the Kenner Star Wars was. Yeah.
Yeah. Which and we've had discussions about that, man. I know
just hearing that though, Love Boat action figures.
I think that was one of the more hilarious things that I ever brought up on one of those old school toy things that I was doing. Holy shit. When I seen that, I laughed for a half hour before I put it in the video because it was just too damn funny. Who the hell bought that?
I don't know.
Who got it for Christmas?
There's no shit, Soul Assassins for real. I died when I seen it.
Oh man.
Respect the Fifis. No. But okay, well, we're going to get into the next topic that I have, and then Vinnie, I can pass it back over to you.
Sure.
So this is another one. Vinnie and I had talked about this when I first seen it, and Vinnie thought it looked pretty cool. I kind of debated on whether or not I was going to get it, and I went back into Walmart, and the sumbitch was on sale. I was like, okay, yeah, so it's on sale. I'm definitely going to get it now. So this one, Papa, get ready to drink, buddy. Get ready to drink.
Oh, there is Cliff Jumper. Oh, Cliff Jumper's still on the mend. And Cliff Jumper hopes that you guys are going to enjoy this next Transformer review. Right, Cliff Jumper? Oh yeah, here we go.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Welcome back, and of course with Cliff Jumper bringing us in, we are talking about another Transformers toy. So this one is a Walmart exclusive, coming
By way of Transformers Legacy Evolution, we got G2 Universe Cloud Cover. It's pretty interesting. Another Seeker Jet in those weird unreleased G2 colors. This one is pretty interesting, and the box is flared out with all kinds of crazy colors, just like it was for Jazz and Mirage. And of course, if we break out a black light, you can see the package art is kind of glowing. That he doesn't really glow that much himself, which is kind of surprising. Like maybe if I get him in a dark room, he would glow a little bit more. But yeah, this is really cool. I love that the package art all glows all the way around. Out of the box, here we go with Cloud Cover. A pretty decent looking mold. Of course, this is like the standard Seeker Jet mold. This is like the this is more like Dirge, I think it is. I forget which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was Dirge. But let's get him with accessories and get him in some action poses. As you can see, we got Cloud Cover right here in a running position, blasting away at those Autobots, balanced up on one leg with the help of that wing that's on the back end of his leg. As you can see, he's got a pretty decent amount of movement up there. He's got decent movement with the joints up in the hips. He's a single jointed knee. He's got a single jointed elbow. He does have a twist at the bicep. There's decent enough movement up in the shoulders to get in a lot of different positions right there. He does have a little bit of tilt back in the head and turn. Absolutely zero waist, but then again, none of the Seekers did. He also has fairly decent pivot and a little bit of rock down in the feet as well, and we'll show that off in the next pose. We go with Cloud Cover in a big wide stance, showing off those rockers and pivots at the bottom of the feet.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
They look pretty good.
I mean, I know we were talking about it, and I really do think it looked a lot better than it did in the package. I mean, in the package, it didn't look bad, but once I got it out of the package, I've seen how solid it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that Seeker mold, that basic design of the Seeker mold, they've used it so many damn times now, and it is a very solid mold. And I was actually pretty happy as I was getting through this review that there wasn't a bunch of loose parts in it like the Jazz one, because Jazz was another one. They reused the mold way too many times, and he had one arm that was kind of sloppy and flopping around a little bit. This one, I got through it, man. There was nothing said. They must have cleaned up the mold a little bit before they used it again. Or, you know, they did something, because this one was actually pretty solid overall.
Yeah, I think so. I like the way it looked.
Hey, what's up, Lurch?
Hey, Lurch.
What's up, Lurch?
But, yeah, I think pretty good. Overall, though, I mean, it was pretty interesting, the color design, and I was looking up to see if there was anything else other than the unreleased G2, because it was supposed to be part of Takar's G2, universe, that they were going to redo some of these older toys, and they had a design for one called Cloud Cover, and they didn't really specify it was supposed to be Ramjet or Dirge or whoever it was supposed to be. They never specified that. I think they were trying to insinuate it was going to be a completely different character, but for whatever reason, they didn't do that line with all those crazy colors like that. And now they are releasing them, but they try to create a story now, and they say he's part of Toxitron's crew, which is like a repaint of Optimus Prime and like these greens and all these other shits. And I never really liked the laser Optimus Prime figure to begin with, so I don't think I'm going to get the Toxitron. I never cared for that design, not at all. So.
Yeah, that's the funny thing, is that they went with that design with the Bay movies in terms of like, so he had like kind of a G1 homage look for the robot form, and then kind of a G2 for the truck look, because they switched him from that cab over design to the forward engine design.
Yeah, and I just didn't like it. It just
Yeah, I keep seeing one that's in GameStop that has that like the front splits, and it's like these two giant shoulder pieces, like two towers on either side of his head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awful. Absolutely awful.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Yeah. It's like, it's not transformed. It's just split. And it's just two pieces of a truck are just hanging off of them.
Oh God, these guys are talking about Dallas. What are you guys doing? I'm starting to worry about the chat now. Next night, you guys are going to tell me you watch the Golden Girls. Papa, do you watch the Golden Girls? Please say it isn't so.
Back in the day, I think we all did.
Yeah, the Golden Girls are great.
Well, when you know, back in the days of 5 channels on TV and parents sitting there watching television, sometimes as a kid on Saturday night, like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead. We're going to get into the second half of Cloud Cover here because, once again, I had to break it up. Time constraints, StreamYards. Thank you for them very much. Sons of bitches.
We now return to the Transformers.
This is a bit unfortunate. I hate this. Not a very, very convincing kneeling position. I always hate when these things can't get into a kneeling position. That means there's a bit of a flaw in some of the articulation. But as you can see, everything else about this one is pretty decent. Here we go with one more pose, kind of stretched out, one leg and back the other, showing off a little bit more of the rock and the pivot on this guy. Now we're going to have to get him into his jet form and see if all of it still holds together. Here we go with Cloud Cover all transformed into his jet mode. It's like all the other Seekers. It's a little bit to get everything snapped into place, but once it gets snapped into place, it's not bad. It's still it's an overall reused design that was pretty solid, so I don't have a lot to complain about as far as his jet form. It looks alright. It does look a little bit on the plain side, believe it or not. I don't know how, with the really weird mismatched colors I got on there, somehow he just winds up looking very blah in his jet form. I think the robot form looks a lot better on this one. Overall, I gotta say that Cloud Cover is a pretty decent addition to anybody's Decepticon Seeker Jet collection. This is a pretty solid mold, even though it's been reused a few times. Maybe they could have spiced it up a little bit. Maybe put a few more different joints in there, something that would have given him slightly more articulation, especially down in the hips so he could get into a kneeling position. But it kind of is what it is, and this is kind of what Hasbro does. They take the molds and they just reuse them, sometimes ad nauseum. But no, this one is pretty decent. This one's pretty cool. Once again, Walmart exclusive with these G2 unreleased colors. But overall, a fairly nice figure. Now, because this particular mold does have a few flaws to it, it is not going to get a perfect score. But I will give this one a very solid 8 out of 10. A very tired Cliff Jumper hopes that you enjoyed this one, and be sure to let him know what you thought.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
But yeah, I mean,
That's
it's
still pretty cool.
Based on the same mold as the Starscream and the Skywarp stuff, but at least it has its own look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
I guess I'm not the only one. Curtis kind of sees it too. And guys, I really don't care what Dorothy says, what Golden Girls say. I can't stand them. I hate them. I hate their guts. When I see NECA made toys, I was like, bleh. I told Vinnie, they got Golden Girls if you want them. And he's like, get out of here.
Yeah, I'm like that. I laughed so hard when I first saw them too in the stores. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, why would who would collect those? Like,
that was my thought too, but I got enjoyment out of it. I just thought it was funny that they actually made figures of them.
I mean, it's funny. It's definitely a funny piece.
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Finishing off this guy with Cloud Cover, I still think it's a decent enough one. Like I said, it is on sale at Walmart. The price was lowered, so it ain't $35 anymore. It's like $22 or something like that, which is a lot easier. And I did hear that Walmart was going to be doing that with a lot of their prices. They're one of the few brick and mortar stores, and I've always talked to my hatred of Walmart. But, you know, I will give props where props is due. They are saying that they're going to lower prices. They know how hard people are getting in. They're going to lower them down to pre-pandemic levels. And maybe this is the beginning of it, where they've got all these, like, sale prices or lowered prices on these toys. Maybe that's like the start of it. And like shit, like at $35 down to 22. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
it's
was
good.
22.
Yeah,
That's what we want to see.
Oh shit. Yeah. For that price, yeah. If I saw him, I would have probably gotten him too.
I mean that's extremely cheap because even the deluxe figures, like right before the whole shit with freaking the Koof bug, they were sitting at 19, and as that shit just started, as Captain Poopy Pants came in office, they jumped up to like 21 or something. And then
How long do you think it'll be before NECA does the Predators, but like themed like the Universal Monsters?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Golden Girls.
Oh, that one would be funny too. That one would be hilarious.
Arnold is Blanche.
Terrible. It would be funny though.
It would be.
Yes, Soul Assassin. I'm actually kind of surprised that they haven't redone, or did they do Wolf Predator at any point before? Do you recall?
Yeah, the one that they did though, it wasn't in the Ultimate lines, and it was.
They have like over 100 of those, so you have to look.
Yeah, but no. Well, they have the 100 of the like more of like the classic ones, like the Ultimate versions. The one I was talking about though, it was more like the McFarlane figures, where it was like a sculpted fixed pose, and then they put articulation in it. I have those, and he does look really good. But yeah, I do want to see him in a more updated format too. But it was classic NECA. They released like I think 4 or 5 different versions of him. There was like the unmasked, the mask. They had different weapons. One came with the whip weapon. They did the clear version. Like the camo version or whatnot. Yeah, they're pretty cool though.
Oh Jesus! Oh Curtis.
What's that?
Curtis, what happened to Curtis? No, Golden Girls collection. It's not. I mean, not unless Trina wants to take the shot here.
No, I never collected those ones.
Okay.
You don't want to get Power Punch Dorothy.
The funny thing about Dorothy, when I first started watching Golden Girls, is I couldn't tell if she was male or female. I'm not even joking. I couldn't
Betty
tell.
White?
No, B. Arthur.
B. Arthur.
Oh, B. Arthur was Dorothy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, what the hell were all their names? It was Blanche, Dorothy.
And then
I always
Betty
thought
White.
Blanche was
Betty
a
White
horse's
was.
name.
Betty White was Rose.
Rose, that's right. What was the old lady?
Oh yeah, that was
That was Sophia.
Sophia.
Yeah, that was it.
Picture.
That was the funniest. She was the youngest one.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? You know what this is?
Yeah,
this is
she was the youngest
this is a
in
moment.
terms of
This is a
real life,
moment.
but played.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I'm just gonna say, like, you guys are sitting there naming all kinds of names. I'm like, I have no clue. You're speaking Greek to me right now.
Well, I know what I'm buying
shit.
Tommy as a gag gift. He might be getting the Golden Girls. No.
Exactly.
Just
You're
shows
gonna
up
get a
at the
box
door.
set.
and you're gonna wake up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night, and I'll be standing right over top of your bed with a guinea pig at your feet. Like, why did you send this?
Hey, Pop! I'll say one thing though. That's better than the conversations that all those drama YouTubers have over the current Star Wars stuff. I hate it. I watch it all.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, I said I hated it because I didn't really I couldn't watch it. I tried at some point years later because, I only watched The Force Awakens and then decided I didn't care about this sequel trilogy stuff. And then I haven't really watched any. I think I watched like the first episode of Mandalorian. No, I watched the first 2 and then just decided it was mediocre at best. And you know what I mean? Like, I just moved on. Other people, they have to keep watching stuff and hating on it. And it's just like, just leave it alone. It sucks.
I just saw a comment in the chat that we get somebody pushed in front of a train. So, so I'm going to go right to my review. We're going to pivot to the Juggernaut, everyone.
The Marvel stuff is the same way.
Yeah.
Why people
I mean,
watch
again, if
anything
there's stuff that I like, I don't care. I'll still watch it. I'll still support what I want.
I mean, me as well.
Like, there are people who just cry how much they hate everything, and then they
Yeah.
still support it. No, I'm honest with this stuff. I grew up on the X-Men, on all that Marvel shit. It influenced what I do and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, and the original stuff is good.
Oh, absolutely. You know?
Sorry,
this Juggernaut. Yeah, he came out a couple of years ago. He was a build-away.
Yeah, it's a Build-A-Figure, right?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, this dude really is badass. Like, because I was going through the bin, I'm like, I know I have Juggernaut. Where the hell did I put him? And yeah, I got him out for one of those other.
How many figures did it take to put them together?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe it was 5. Or was it 6? I think it was 5. Don't quote me on that. I know the Phoenix with the green outfit. She was like the main torso part. Yeah, because I hadn't seen that one in the stores first. Wolverine was a leg.
Yeah, because I know some of them the torso is 2 parts. I know the Toy Biz ones. The Toy Biz ones are like that.
Yeah. This one, I think it was just the one part. That whole upper torso.
I have an unfinished Galactus Build-A-Figure.
Oh yeah, Galactus was a good one. His articulation's okay for a figure that's this big. Like
I wouldn't know because he only has 1 leg.
Oh,
I'm missing both his arms and a leg.
Damn. But this was still really cool how they did it. I know they re-released this guy later on. There's like a 2-pack with him and Colossus. I was never able to see that one anywhere. Couldn't find it. And again, online was just like price gouging. So I had never gotten it because the Colossus was that classic looking one, you know, and I'm like, damn, that's the one I wanted. And I thought they would re-release them single carded and they never did. So they're assholes. But I like this version of Juggernaut because this one he actually has like it's darker. They gave him like the brown. I know that when they re-released him, they made it more of a red instead of that.
Well, what about that new one that they got coming out?
There's another one coming out?
Remember we talked about it like a week or 2 ago on one of the toy streams? They had another Juggernaut coming out, and they had a Colossus coming out.
Wasn't that the 2-pack?
Yeah.
Maybe they re-released it. Because that one came out a while ago. So, yeah, maybe they did re-release it. If they did, yeah, I'll try to get my hands on it. And this is the Wolverine slasher from the...
Oh, yeah, okay, now I remember.
Yeah. I'll be doing a full review on him. I haven't had the chance yet. I wanted to get something else out of the way that my next I had 2 figure reviews. It was this one and then the last one is longer because it's a couple of figures kind of all together.
It's always better when it's longer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't at least one of them go up against Juggernaut?
Who?
Probably more than
Curtis's
likely.
Statement, Curtis's question right there.
More than likely, if you were a big fucking, if you were a big, strong, wrecking machine character, you were eventually gonna fight the Hulk.
Yeah, I think he fought the Hulk 3 times. He won at least one of those rounds. Because again, when he's running, and that's part of his thing with the Magic Stone and everything, he is the unstoppable Juggernaut. Once he's in motion, nothing could stop him. So I think they end up using that to his advantage in one of the storylines.
Hey, awesome! What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
And DVB, absolutely right. Yeah, when they've proven it's not worth the time or effort, you just don't go back anymore. Unfortunately, some people like to slam their bits and kiblets in car doors. We've talked about this.
Yeah, we've talked about it. And I don't know what everyone's gripe was too with the 97 cartoon. I ended up watching the other ones. I think people just cry for the sake of it. And they shit where they keep going, the animation's horrible. The animation's horrible. I watched the first 3 episodes of the original cartoon. They don't hold a candle to the current one. I'm sorry. It's the way that they did it, the brightness of the colors. There's an incredible fight sequence with the Goblin Queen, which is just like epic. I'll show it on tomorrow's stream. I was really impressed by it. I'm like, what the how is everyone crying about this cartoon? I think they just want to do it for the sake of it, for attention and for clickbait. Because so far, I think the new episodes have been they've been killer.
Yeah, Lurch.
They're gonna beat him twice.
Oh, beat him twice. All right, awesome. Thanks, Spike.
What's going on, Spike?
Dude, yeah, that's what I mean. It's cool stuff. He's a great character, and I like it too. That a lot of people thought that's his mutant power. It's not his mutant power. That's magic.
He's not a mutant.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the one thing that drove me absolutely nuts about that third X-Men movie
Yeah.
when they did that.
Well, they
Because
didn't even
it's the
touch
gem.
on,
It's the gem of Katoric that he wears in the helmet
Yeah,
that
they
gives him
made him
all
a
his
mutant.
power.
and they didn't even touch on Kane Marco being Xavier's fucking stepbrother.
Exactly.
Like, they just
They
totally
just skipped
glossed
it.
over that.
Morons. But yeah, this figure was killer. If you are able to get your hands on it, or if they are doing the re-release of him and Colossus, I'd say it's definitely worth getting. I'm sure that price tag is going to be hefty though, because when it's bigger figures, they want to charge an arm, a leg, and a testicle.
Well, I mean that's Hasbro. I mean, and that's why so
Yeah.
many of these stores don't want to carry a lot of Hasbro products anymore. Which we will be hitting on that later.
Yeah. There's something I'm going to be reviewing on a future episode. That was a 2-pack, and I got it for under the price that I thought it would be. I thought they were going to be way more. So yeah, I'll be talking about that, and if not next week, probably the following week. But yeah, it's crazy though. The big guys like that, I'm going to guess it's somewhere around $70 to $75 for that set, because I know they did something similar with the Hulk and Banner, and then they had to drop the price because he wasn't moving. Like I know he made a couple. I think it was the gray Hulk with Banner. Big Bad Toy Store around the holiday season, they had him for pretty cheap. I came close to getting it. I'm like, nah, I can't. To me, it was still outrageous. And I was able to get 2 other figures, for like the same price. I'm like, yeah, I don't need that set.
And Curtis, I hear you. Yeah, I still say the first one was the best one.
I like X-Men First Class better.
And you know what? I think X-Men First Class was really well done. And I know Slasher hates it, but considering some of the other stuff that I've seen from Marvel, the garbage that they put out, believe it or not, the Days of Future Past is starting to grow on me now. And
jeez.
Sad to say.
I'll say one thing.
Really?
The first movie did.
By comparison. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Well, I was just saying.
No, I was just saying. I guess so. By comparison, I wasn't interrupt.
There might be a delay. But I would say the first movie, it had its moments. There were some things that looked really good, or certain, like when they first introduced Wolverine, like the kind of cage fight thing, him out in the snow. Like there were some things that looked visually good, kind of the buildup of how they did it. It felt right. And then there was parts of the movie that just kind of, to me, felt to shit. And again, when you have like a 75-year-old old man playing Magneto, that really, really upset me. Sorry. Ian McKellen, he's a good actor, but not for Magneto. I thought that he was completely miscast from the get-go.
And I thought that the guy that they casted for the Origins was much better.
Origins.
Oh, fucking Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
He was great. Yeah, his first one was it was the X-Men First Class. That's the first time he played him, and then I think they brought him into the Days of Future Past and one other.
Yeah, where they had everybody.
Yeah,
I watched that movie and all I can remember is like scenes because I wasn't really paying attention. Like, you know what I mean? Where you can't remember the coherent story because you weren't really paying attention.
Yeah, well, because there were a lot of.
I just remember there were weird robots and like all the actors were on screen as characters throughout time, and I didn't actually.
Yeah, like the Sentinel. The Sentinels look like the Hoover vacuums. They didn't look like Sentinels.
Yeah,
they literally looked like Hoover vacuums. They were terrible. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it was meant to be a popcorn muncher, and so I watched it like that. As a result, I can't really remember anything.
Yeah.
And it was also years ago.
Yeah, for sure. But it's interesting to see them trying different shit every now and then. But we'll see what they end up doing. But yeah, so far I think the cartoon series has actually been good. Aside from one throwaway line that I didn't even catch, Chris said it in the second episode. Everything else has been fantastic with that series. If you guys haven't seen it, the third episode was damn good. So yeah. Yeah, Spike. But again, Ian McKellar, I don't want to see our fragile old man who's supposed to be in that position. You know, it didn't fit right to me. Someone like Jeremy Irons around that time would have been better because he's slightly older, but you could see he's in shape. Or the dude from Silence of the Lambs.
To be honest, if you could control metal, I don't think your fitness would matter. But I agree with you.
But again, you're reading
He's
these
not
comics.
supposed to be a frail
It was
old man.
coming. It was
yeah,
coming
exactly.
off
He's not
the
supposed to
heels
be a
of the
frail old
90s
man. I
with
just
the
mean if I could
Magneto.
control metal, I don't know that my fitness would matter much. But yeah, like I get what you mean. It never looked right.
It was coming off the 90s Magneto look, the way Jim Lee would draw him. So it was,
when you're coming from that whole era, because they in the comic books they never drew him. Drew him.
The
like
only thing was his white hair, but the white hair could also have been because of his mutant power, right?
Yeah, it could have been
was it
power.
because of his age or his mutant power? I don't even remember.
Either or, it doesn't really matter. But again, he's supposed to be one of the toughest villains that they've ever had. You know, when he originally appeared in the comic books, everyone was drawn a little bit thinner. No one had these massive proportions. You know, the biggest one was Beast, but he wasn't even the Blue Beast. He was, he looked like a regular guy, except a little bit more ape-like, essentially. But
he had that big giant Brie Larson feet.
Brie Larson feet. You're right.
And if you ever look at Juggernaut's first appearance, he wasn't tall like that. Juggernaut, they drew him to be like he was wide, but he wasn't that tall compared to
he wasn't like a tank yet. But yeah, it's all good though. Like I said, these characters are cool, and especially like that time frame where most of us were reading this, late 70s, 80s, 90s. It's like, that was like their strongest period around that time with, again, Chris Claremont writing, Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee. I think Byrne did some stuff too. Like you had some really fantastic talent, cranking out these books. So
speaking of talent, Trina just wants to send a message to everybody, and Soul Assassin, I see what you're saying. Got him young, listen to a bunch of elder nerds talk comics, and Trina wants to remind you, respect your elder nerds.
And don't you dare call her a golden girl again.
Yeah, you better put some emphasis and a little respect on that and call her the golden girl.
Yeah. I didn't say it, Trina, for the record.
That is an awesome Juggernaut figure, though. I mean, I remember when you were first showing that one off before, and I was like, damn, that one looks really nice. And you're talking about like Juggernaut in some of the early days. I do recall one of the episodes or issues rather where they had him square off against Rhino. Because Rhino was another one of those guys that once he got started, he was going through. It was the unstoppable force meets the immovable object.
And he would Rhino would fight the Hulk too. Rhino wasn't just the Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
I'm not a nerd. I forgot all the facts. My dad used to say that shit. I forgot more than you'll ever know. And I know, Dad, you've never known more than I'll forget. The Golden Gal. Oh, Jesus, to start.
That was funny.
Storm was the best part of X-Men 1. What happened to Toad when it's struck by lightning, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Queen Golden. Oh, no.
That was Ray Park, by the way. Darth Maul.
Yep.
My buddy. But yeah, here's the Juggernaut, the first appearance.
Yeah, see, he wasn't fucking that.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't as massive, but yeah, he was still a big boy. But very cool though. The character was awesome. I did like that when they put him in the Deadpool movie though. That's still.
That's finally the way they got him to look.
Mm-hmm.
Like not that shit they did in X3.
No, X3 was a joke.
I fucking hated that shit. He's like, oh, but he said I'm Juggernaut, bitch. I'm like, yeah, big fucking deal. It still fucking sucked.
Oh yeah, that was the.
There it is.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Love
that
one
looks,
Colossus. Yeah,
that one looks pretty nice too. That set. So.
Yeah. See, $70.
That's the problem, though. Once again, that we're getting into the overpricing of Hasbro. They just keep doing it.
Yep, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I know he came with different stuff though too, because they changed the helmet. I prefer the one that I have though, because it's all textured. This one isn't, but it's a little cleaner, and I know that he has an alternate head where the whole top of his mask is like all ripped open,
like damaged.
Yeah,
like Wolverine clawed at it or something.
Yeah, he's got like a black eye, and his face is all like busted up. But that
no,
Colossus,
I seem
man.
I seem to recall one of the figures that they did at Juggernaut where he had the removable helm, and inside the helm they actually had like a little detail in there for the gem.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
Oh, nice.
The Juggernaut figure I have, he has the removable helmet. I showed it here before, the Toy Biz one.
That's awesome. But yeah, that's I guess everything they come with.
But there's no gem in the one that I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right. Now I remember seeing it because of the ripped up helmet.
Yeah.
I don't like his costume.
I love his fucking costume.
I mean, like I like the helmet and everything is fine. I think I just don't like the color.
It's like Vinnie said, it's a little bit more on the reddish side instead of the very brown.
Yeah, I don't like either brown or red. The brown looks like poop. And the red is just ugly. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe Trina's feeling a little bit. She's feeling a little bit racist against brown colors now.
I think so. She's like, Vinnie, I don't like your brown figure you just showed. Oh, look, they have other paint jobs.
Oh, come on.
You could paint him green and make him look like the guy from Doom.
Oh, that's
the
hilarious.
Doom video games.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
So these have to be custom jobs, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. That Captain America one's fucking hilarious.
It's awesome.
Hilarious. He looks better, surprisingly.
Yeah, he does.
That's great.
The yellow one is basically like Bruce Lee look from the last movie.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, they did change the articulation. Is this or is this a different company? Because he actually has the game Butterfly joints, so maybe that is a different one. I can't tell from this photo. It would make sense. Oh well. But anyway, there is that was my my first one. Back over to you, Tommy, or anyone else. Anyone else have figures they want to show?
Well, I know we got talking points at the end, and I know Slasher has a few things he was going to talk about. Did you have anything to show off, Slasher?
One sec. I'll bring it up.
Yeah, because later I have a bigger review. That's why I'll go last with that one.
Okay. Yeah. So I knew that Tommy would either love these or hate these.
Yeah, I think love is
Transforming Turtles.
Yeah, those are pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, cool. I really like how the transformation, like they did a very nice job with that.
You know, I was actually kind of surprised. I thought for sure they were going to jack these ones up through the roof on the price, and they were still sitting right around the $35 like Voyager range.
Mm-hmm.
So you like these then?
No, they're decent. I would only buy one though. I'm not going to buy 4.
Well, you don't have to buy 4 of them, right? Because it comes.
I know.
We were talking about them doing a crossover. I'm assuming this is a third party.
Yeah, who makes these?
This Hasbro.
Oh, awesome! So they actually did a crossover. That's cool.
Nice.
Oh, Hasbro does
a while back
all the time.
Yeah, a while back we were talking about that though. If they did the van or the bus, whatever it is, I guess it's Volkswagen bus
Steve?
Sort of thing in the cartoon. I don't know what it was in the comics.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Slasher.
No, I'm yeah. Would you would pick one of these up, right?
Yeah, I would get one of them. Like I was saying, the reason
I thought you might. There was a possibility that you hated these.
I thought they looked pretty cool when I seen them the other day, and what you're saying, like you only need one because they're interchangeable heads, and then they have different weapons and everything. But like most people that are going to collect these, they're going to want all 4 turtles. Sitting on their shelf. So that means you've got to buy this van 4 freaking times, and then have all those extra weapons that each single one comes with. Mm-hmm. So That kind of is just slightly irritating. I almost kind of wish, in a way, what they would have did instead of just doing this, they would have made 4 turtles slightly smaller, and each one became a different part of the van, and they all formed together. They all formed together
like a
as the van.
Voltron.
Yeah. I almost kind of wish they would have did that instead.
This is cool. I like the bumper.
Yeah,
like
the bumper's awesome.
Constructicons and stuff. But yeah, if
But,
they
I
made
like-
Constructicons, that would have been cool.
The whole front of it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or combiners.
Well, did you
Is what
see
they're
the
called, I
ultimate
guess.
transformation for it?
The
No.
ultimate transfers?
There's an alternate. So the one he showed in the beginning, right there, is
This-
that one, and then there's also this one.
Oh, okay. I had
That's
no
cool.
idea.
Wait,
Crap. Dude, that does look cool.
It's on that
So he's
same
the trip-
page. It should have been in there somewhere.
So he's a triple changer.
ah,
I like this version. I like. Yeah, I like that version better. This one.
Yeah,
okay,
that looks much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know they had another version like that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, wouldn't that be considered a triple changer?
Technically, it would, because he would have 2 different forms in robot mode.
Yeah. Nice.
These are cool, Tommy.
And it's who?
Oh.
Hasbro?
This Hasbro.
Tommy, get all 4.
I'm not buying this thing 4 times. That's $35 a pop.
Get all 4, you psycho.
There's one for you. There's one for Trina. There's one for me. There's one for Slasher.
Yeah, right. Soul Assassin. Don't give it to the dark side of collecting, Tommy. Buy one and maybe one to keep in the box. Yeah, the rule of 2. Yeah, we were talking about that last week. It is a thing. Do you have to polish it with turtle wax? No. But if I did, my wife does have wax for the turtles that she waxes their shells, so I can make her do it. Terrapins in disguise. Well, before we get into the rest of the talking point stuff, I do have something else I want to get into. So I got a couple of things left, Vinny. I'll save the one for the end of the stream, and that'll be the toy hunt. The toy hunts are always fun to see what they have on the shelves and everything, and then we can get into our last ending topics. Was that it, Slasher? He's muted. I guess that was it for now. Okay. Well, we're going to get into collectible past trivia time, and this trivia is going to do something odd. It's not going to lead into a normal topic like I would do, but it will lead into a toy break topic. So here we go. How many of you are going to be able to guess this one? Don't be shy. Take some damn guesses. There's a little interesting fact. Time Private actually broke a truck, and they said it was impossible.
They said it was impossible.
Can I phone a friend? No, Soul Sassy can't phone a friend. Yes or no? Trina guessed. She guessed no, and she guessed correctly. No, yeah. Even though Hasbro had acquired them in 1991, and they acquired everything from all the different franchises, including the GoBots name and all the characters' names, all the cartoons, and everything that was underneath the umbrella of Tonka, they did not and could not acquire the actual robot forms themselves. That is still owned by Bandai.
I knew that Hasbro owned the name GoBots, but I didn't know if they owned any of the designs. They could come out with something called GoBots, as far as I know, but they'd have to be.
Oh, they did. They did back
Oh,
in
they did?
before G1 had ended. They came out with or was it in the G2 line? No, I'm pretty sure it was in the G1 line. They came out with a series of bots that were literally just called GoBots, and they actually had one of them just called GoBots or GoBot.
That's
so,
funny.
also when they get into the Armada line, one of the small little figures that comes with the mini-cons that they were called is actually called Leader 1.
That's funny.
Oh wow!
So they've made things that look like GoBots, but they don't. They did one that looks like Crasher, and I forget which one it was a repaint of, but it looks just like Crasher from the cartoons. But they couldn't call it Crasher, obviously, because they don't own the rights.
Get the full rights, yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason why I guessed no was because you remember when you showed that little GoBot Nugget?
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it, and I looked online for it and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I figured if they were able to make those, that it would probably be out on shelves. So I figured, well, maybe they can't make them.
Yeah, I mean that was.
I
a big
figured
problem
if
that
anything, they didn't make them because they're just competing with themselves. You know what I mean? If Hasbro owned two different transforming robots under different,
well,
you know,
no,
they'd still be paying engineers to design transforming robots. So,
yeah, but they could have easily did that. They've done that with a few other lines.
Well, I mean, yeah, with the retro designs, if they already own those, but yeah, I guess that makes sense that they don't own the retro designs.
Yeah, and to this day, Bondi actually still does GoBots, and they do more articulated versions of the old school ones. Like they have like a articulated Crasher Leader 1. The last time I seen it do was quite a few years ago, but they're actually still making them. Bondi is still around doing stuff. So, hello, Janet. Good to see you. I hope that you're doing well.
Somebody
Thanks for
brought
joining
back
us.
the Diaclone name.
I wish they would do a big retro. I heard that they were going to, but I'm just waiting. I would love to see some of the old Diaclones come back out again.
Yeah, that would.
But that trivia leads us into this toy break, and I guess you already figured out what it's going to be. It's going to be GoBots. So here we go with your toy break. Welcome back for your toy break. Here we go with for the old school GoBots, the old Machine Robo line that Taka brought over from Japan, from Bondi. And of course, we got Leader 1, we got Turbo, we got Scooter, and we have Pathfinder. Let's go ahead and transform them so you can see them in their vehicle modes. Go with Leader 1. I wish I could figure out a way to transform these things and keep my hands out of the way, but... Scooter. You always gotta get, it's tricky to get these hands in there. And Pathfinder. Legs are really stiff on this one. And the helm doesn't stay up as well as it should, but there you go with some old school GoBots. Yeah, man. Old school GoBots. I still have a bunch of them in the back. Some of them I got to clean up. Like that leader one, he had a little bit of the yellowing on them and stuff.
Yeah.
I just got to break out the peroxide and dip them in the peroxide, put them out in the sun, and they'll take all that yellowing away.
Yeah. It's the
So
same with the
which ones are easier, Transformers or GoBots?
Depends. And I know everybody says that all the GoBots were super simple, and that is not entirely true. A lot of the earlier ones were stupid simple. Like they had this one called Tank where you literally, all you did was fold his legs up and he was transformed. But some of the smaller mini bots that Transformers first came, because that was the first thing that came out the shelves, was the little mini bots for the Autobots. You know, Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, Wind Charger, Brawn, Wind Charger, and Gears and Huffer. And like Gears, super simple. You push the arms in, fold the legs over, done. That was it. He was actually easier to transform than most of those GoBots that were sitting on that table right there. So it all depends on what you're talking about. Now, if you're talking about the larger class of Transformers, when you get up into the Autobot cars, they are a lot more complicated than any of the other GoBots. Like even the Super GoBots, they're more complicated than them. But yeah, some of those smaller GoBots, some of them were pretty complicated, and because of that, a lot of those more complicated ones tend to be broken more often than not. And I have examples in the back where they were so complicated, people got frustrated and broke them.
Wow.
And what's going on, Brutal? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
What's up, man?
Yeah, his comment was pretty funny.
Yeah, go adolescent malformed martial arts reptoids.
Exactly.
Jan is having some wine. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Curtis absolutely endorsing that. Wine it up. And, yeah, get the nose out there. Got to make sure you sniff it. Make sure it's okay. Curtis, I know how you feel, Tommy. It's like me trying to film how to put my pistols back together. Need to rig a point for the camera facing straight down or something. Yeah, I know. Well, my hands are kind of fat, so every time I go to transform these things, they are going to get in the way. And Vinnie keeps scolding me on it. And I'm like, I don't know where to put my hands, Vinnie. I don't have little girl hands.
It's not about little girl hands. I don't have little girl hands either. It's usually your forearms are in the way. Like you're hovering on top of it. That's why you gotta get the camera in front. You get one of those tripod things, and
it's about the angle.
The tripod was there, Vinny, but I'm working with a certain amount of space. It's,
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I know.
This conversation, I don't know where to put my hands, Vinny.
Why does everything have to become perverted?
Listen, you keep getting me toys. You can put them wherever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, we know what kind of toys that Trina's got on her mind.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of what I was.
The Golden Queen strikes
You're playing
again.
right into it.
You're all very dirty, filthy.
Filthy.
I got
beautiful.
Tell you later with the presidents. I triggered so many people. It was hilarious.
Well, it's up to you, Vinny. Do you want to go now, or do you want me to hit the toy hunt?
I haven't really looked at the comments on those, but I've seen the shorts that you're talking about. That's funny.
Yeah, we'll talk about
a bunch of people.
Yeah. We'll talk about that tomorrow. It's gonna be funny. You know what? I could just do this then. Yeah, I'll show this. Yeah, I'll skip a little bit because I know it's a little long, but unless we're talking over it. Here is the No Way Home Spider-Man figures. I decided let me just do these all at once and kind of get them out of the way. And I'm pretty damn cool figures. I do a proper breakdown of all of these guys. Yeah, these are single carded and not easy to find. Yeah, there's the Tobey Maguire one, and we start off with him. And I think the likeness is there. A lot of people were bitching and crying about this one. It don't look like him at all. I'm like, it looks like a younger version of Tobey Maguire. Wait, what do they want? The old one? I don't know. But either way, I thought they did a pretty good job. Packaging was pretty cool. But two of them have identical packaging, and one of them doesn't. I don't know why they made it.
I have a pro tip for those people to say they want to see an older Tobey Maguire. So you get that one.
Mm-hmm.
And you just take one of those heat guns and put it with the heat gun.
That'll do it.
You smoke a cigarette, you flick some ashes on it. rub it into his fucking hair and shit.
But this was a pretty good one. The proportions are pretty accurate, I think.
So this was a 3-pack?
No, well, it was originally a 3-pack, and then they
no.
Yeah. But yeah, the packaging is similar on 2 of them, and the Amazing Spider-Man they did differently. But yeah, for what they have here, pretty good. This is the first time we actually got them in a 6-inch scale like this, aside from the original movie ones that were like from Toy Biz. So I thought they did a pretty nice job. And apparently there were changes from what I've seen from other people who reviewed them. Apparently they didn't paint all of the silver webbing on the original release, which is weird. They didn't have the face sculpts, and they had, I think, extra hands. So I don't know why they went so different with like all the releases on these. But articulation wise, he feels a little bit limited for a Spider-Man figure, but what's there is still okay. You get him in some pretty good poses. Shoulders didn't go all the way up, but almost. Again, he has a double hinge for the elbow, the upper bicep, the swivel, and hinge for the wrist. You know, kind of.
Could his shoulders be because he has bursitis, Vinnie?
It could be. He's old. I have something like that. No. The diaphragm cut, I thought they did a fantastic job. The T cut, I still don't like it, but you could snap his back if you want. There you go. Forward, not so much, but he gets the old man protruding hips there.
Yeah, that's a hilarious placement of the ab crunch.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Where they chose to put that ball joint is just hilarious. It makes it look like he's a hunchback or something, like he's an old man that worked for 40 years and now his back is ruined.
It's a Spider-Man figure. Like, excuse me, don't you want to make sure the articulation is going to be proper? The diaphragm cut was perfect. I'll give him that.
Yeah, it's just it needs to be higher up is all. The bottom part of the mold needs to be longer, and then
this is what I say. What I say during the actual review. I have it muted just while we're talking over it, but do 2 ball joints. The diaphragm one's perfect, and the lower one should have been at the waist level. That way, you could get them to crunch in a proper position. You could get them into crazier Spider-Man poses. That's what you need. Why do they insist on doing this stupid fucking T joint? I hate that. I've always hated that. It only works with a handful of figures. It depends on the design of the figure, but yeah, it was unnecessary. Legs are all right. He could kick his own ass. Double hinge for the knee. There is no boot cut on any of these, but they do have ankle and swivel.
Nice.
For some reason, the movie figures, they do them slightly different than your regular Marvel Legends, I've noticed.
Brutal said he did take a pretty bad hit when he landed on that car that time.
He did. I know he injured himself during filming of one of those movies.
He got fired. He got fired and rehired.
That's what they claim, but I know his back was seriously fucked up.
During 2.
They had to cheap out somehow, Time Profit.
No, they supposedly were going to replace him with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that was the rumor. I never heard any confirmation on that. I know there was a lot of internet rumor, but it could have been possible. But either way, we got Gyllenhaal later on as Mysterio. But I thought they did a pretty good job with these. The texture all over the suit is incredible too. In between all the silver, like I don't know, the work that they put into it was good. I just wish that they had a better designer for the articulation because, yeah, it was lacking some.
Some people, what's going on? Scrambles and what's going on, Frankie? Man,
what's up, guys? Yeah, so there you go. And again, it kind of went a little bit simple with some of these with the poses and stuff, just to kind of show you guys kind of what they look like. But again, like it's there, like it has the human proportions. It's not over the top, like the other Marvel Legends stuff that the muscles are too big and things are all messed up. They did a pretty good job. So I do like the more film accurate kind of look. And again, with the mask on and everything, I got no complaints with that. No, Hasbro.
Okay, I didn't hear who it was. Okay, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. The same people who did the Marvel Legends.
Yeah, Hasbro still has the licensing for all that. That's why, when I get into the toy hunt, you'll understand why.
Yeah.
That is kind of weird. They didn't come with any webbing whatsoever. I know Time Profit asked that.
Yeah, no webbing on any of them. Like, I don't understand them. And you can see in the packaging here too.
It looks like there could be plenty of room for it on the side there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And more hands. I don't know why he came with this left hand that's making a really weird gesturing. I don't know what the hell that hand is supposed to do.
Is that the shocker?
There's two in the pink one.
Is that the shocker?
Not even. That's wrong.
The bowling ball grip.
It's odd. Ball grip. Yeah, maybe that's it. But his is the only one that has a different packaging. He's got blue, and you can actually see him on the front of it.
Vinnie, could it possibly be for what they consider a modern female now that has a very enlarged clitoris, also known as something else?
You got to rub it a different way, huh?
So this is the Tom Holland one? Oh no,
this is Andrew Garfield. This is the Andrew Garfield one. You can tell because it has Andrew Garfield's face.
I couldn't even fucking tell. I'm not even kidding you. I couldn't even fucking tell.
I can't tell them. I can't tell them apart either. I feel like this just like that hand was a mistake.
I think because I think he was supposed to have a contraption in there from the movie because he had some kind of thing that they were throwing between one another, and then he they had to cure Sandman in the movie. I think they were going to put the extra accessory and decided, nah, we'll skip on that. That's extra plastic. That's what my hunch is.
Frankie seems to think that's the left-hand arthritis Spider-Man.
Could be, but then shouldn't that been on Tobey Maguire since he's older than all of them?
Prostate exam.
He's like, hey, Gobby, bend over.
We live in a fucked up world.
Yeah, we do. We'll talk about that tomorrow, though, with the P. Diddy shit and all that. We'll deep dive into how.
Yeah, no, this is supposed to be the more fun stream. Sorry.
That's
just hilarious.
Right, and his articulation is slightly better than the previous one, and good head tiltage and everything. He doesn't look up as much as I think he should have. Butterfly joints work a lot better on him. His shoulder joints way better. He goes past the 90 mark, so that's good. Upper bicep, double hinge, elbows, your standard kind of articulation on the arms. So that was pretty good. His diaphragm cut is okay. It's not as good as the Toby one. And he also has that stupid T joint, but it's not as bad as the Toby one when you go to bend them. You can still break his back.
I mean, he can be limboing or whatever. You could put a pencil across the table and have him limboing. Might have to sticky tack him there.
Right. His splits are a little bit better than the other ones, and they all do have drop down hips. That's why I'm surprised that their splits weren't better than that. If you have drop down hips, they should be able to go further, and they don't. So I don't know who the hell did the engineering on this guy.
And it doesn't even make any sense because I've seen some of the Transformers they've done that obviously they don't have drop down hits, part of the transformation. And those things freaking get like the Van Damme's plus. So.
Oh, yeah. Because the robot ones are way easier to do. When they're rounded and then they have to go into like that T kind of shape. I know that there's been issues with some figures, but again, with your Spider-Man stuff, make sure that they work properly. It's just, doing the proper engineering. I think the likeness on the Andrew Garfield head was pretty damn spot on too. They gave him like the crazy kind of bushy hair, which apparently he had in the movie. But it works. It looks pretty good. They complimented him though. I think they made his traps bigger than they were. I was surprised between swapping heads when he has just the regular masked version, how much skinnier the neck looks and everything, and then you just swap it out and the head's a little bit bigger. And he looks like almost stockier just by changing the head. So it's interesting what they did on that. But you get him to some pretty decent poses too.
The mask is very slimming, Vinny.
Very. Considering he's got all that mop top, right? It's like, how did they do that? But because you get him again.
Pretty good job.
Well, if he came with an actual web, you could put him into a swinging pose. But he didn't come with
OnlyFans.
Thank you. I was just gonna say that.
There's your OnlyFans
Spider-Man's
OnlyFans slasher. He wants to go on his thing with the...
What is that site called? The Amazing OnlyFans?
That's what you You should have put in the alternate hand right there. You need the alternate hand for that pose right there.
Vinnie, we know what you were doing.
Jesus.
Listen, do I got to make more jokes? Because I will. Yeah, and here's the last one. Here's the Tom Holland one. You can tell with the baby face. But this is actually the costume that you see at the very end of that movie, like the last 30 seconds or so. And that was a really cool costume. Yeah, more of your comic book kind of colors as well. It's more vibrant. I'll skip a little bit so you can see another package. But I thought they did a pretty good job with this one. And he actually came with more hands than the other guys. So, yeah, because I believe...
Yoga stream. That was funny.
What's that?
Right. Oh, the comment.
Gotcha. But yeah, this is the first time they released this figure. So the other two came out in 3-pack with a slightly older Tom Holland, and this was the brand new figure out of the three of them for this wave. And I do like what they did with this guy. I think the black lines might be a little too thick, but it's still okay for what it is and kind of posing them around. They did a nice job. So,
I don't even know if I've seen No Way Home.
Yeah, experimenting there. It's Spider-Man doing splits. But anyway.
But what was he splitting?
This Spider-Man, he had some pretty good texturing stuff and stuff on the costume. Didn't realize until it was out of the packaging. So the extra details they put on there were really good. Head movement, fantastic. His butterfly joints way better than the other two. Like they really went.
At least he has butterfly joints. That's cool.
Yeah, well, all three of them do. But this guy, he's got the most range out of all of them. The double hinge for the elbow goes all the way. You can get his arm completely flat. The diaphragm, not as good as the Toby one. The Toby one has the best diaphragm movement, but he does also have that shitty T joint, which has like no movement. That one really surprised me. That one won't go for shit. That's about it. That's Spider-Man. That should have been 2 ball joints, those idiots.
It's funny how they can look so similar and yet have radically different ab crunch abilities.
Yeah.
Because they don't look that different at a glance, especially.
Right. But they could all kick their own ass, so that's good. But yeah, the articulation is still pretty nice on this guy, considering it's slightly more limited than if you get like a regular kind of Marvel Legends Spider-Man figure. Which I'll do another comparison on another video. There's one that I have that's really awesome. He's got toe articulation and everything, but the design's slightly off. It's like a Ben Reilly one. But yeah, the posability you can do with that guy is incredible. So it's interesting to see all the different ones that they've done, and these movie ones again, because the proportions are so different. It feels like, I don't know, they limited themselves when they didn't have to. Because I know like SH Figure Arts, they've also done Spider-Man figures, and the posability on those things are insane. You know, whatever you could think of, like a pose and doing someone who could do yoga, you could get the figure pretty much into like similar positions. But these guys, again, they're Spider-Man figures. They should be able to have the best posability out of any of these, kind of Marvel figures, and they don't. So it's kind of weird. But again, you could still get them in some really cool poses, very Spider-Man poses, and all that good stuff. So
thank God you didn't go for another prostate exam.
No, that's on the next rotation. There's a kind of jumping pose or whatever.
That one's probably a little better.
Yeah, no, they did a good job because he came with the extra hands. So you could get him in more expressive kind of poses and stuff. And I show a few different, it's coming up, the other figures.
Well, you could also probably hang him from some fishing wire or something, make it look like a web.
Oh, yeah. Or if you
braid
get like
some fishing wire.
Cellophane wrap is what I've seen people do. And you can kind of twirl it up really good. And it actually looks like webbing.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to try that one too.
Yeah, and here's the Doc Ock. And this is a really nice one too. So stay tuned. I'll end up showing one of these in a future toy stream. But he's a really nice figure as well. I was kind of surprised by this guy. So how to create that, and there's Wolverine with that Spider-Man. And like I said, this is because of the colors on him. That's why I put him with the Wolverine, the X-Men '97, because it's more colorful. It looks more kind of cartoony-ish. That slightly metallic blue that's on that Spider-Man looks really nice too. It pops in a good way on the shelves too. So again, I think
I feel like if Wolverine was a villain and he was fighting Spider-Man, that he might win. Just because Spider-Man could probably do a lot, but unless Spider-Man like collapsed a building on him or something, because like he regenerates and shit. So like Spider-Man doesn't regenerate.
Exactly. But yeah,
he's also a lot meaner than Spider-Man.
I do give the verdicts on these. The Toby one, he gets a 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, had they given him the extra accessories and stuff, and the posability was a little bit better. Same with this dude. He needed more. That left hand really bothered me. He didn't get anything else. And yeah, this last one, he gets an 8.5 because again, he came with more hands. His posability was way better than the other two. And the colors really popped on him as well. Plus, the head sculpt was fantastic for the Tom Holland, which you could use on other figures. So, yeah, pretty strong. These could have been better, but for what they are, I'm still happy I have them. Again, being a massive Spider-Man fan since I was a kid, yeah, those are good. And yeah, like I said, we will be getting into the Doc Ock on another episode because I think they did a very nice job with this guy. And the tentacles too, and I'll do a full breakdown on that because he does come with some extra pieces, which I was kind of surprised by. And these are stiff as hell. The actual tentacles. I thought they were going to be a little
gauge wire in there. They must have.
Well, whatever is in there, the plastic itself too, it doesn't feel like your regular kind of bendy kind of material. It feels more like solid plastic that is a little more pliable. So whatever the hell they did, yeah, he's going to hold the pose. He's not going to collapse.
Yeah. That's good.
So at least yeah, I'll give him credit on that. There's some issues like with where it connects. I think they could have like more of a snug kind of fit, or if the peg was a little bit longer, it would have been able to hold a lot more, or even a ball joint. If you put a ball joint at the ends of those, yeah, I think it would have been smarter. But again, I don't know who's doing the engineering on these things, but there's like just slight things that are just where they missed the mark, ever so slightly. It's like, come on, guys.
That's the story of Hasbro, though. I mean, seen it earlier with that freaking cloud cover figure. There was a few things they could have did to improve that freaking mold. They just got lazy and didn't do it.
95% effort or less. That's their unofficial motto for Hasbro. It's like it can be so damn good, but it'll just fail slightly.
Yeah. And Time Profit. That's interesting. You're just talking about the sticky plastic problem with some of those freaking things because like some of those figures, if you got like that rubbery type plastic and you put it in a heated position, anywhere where it can get too hot, even in a closed closet, even if it doesn't get real hot, and the damn plastic and that rubbery shit will get real sticky and tacky.
Yeah,
so,
I out of all the figures I have, knock on wood, there's not too many that were like that. One that really pissed me off, I had the Toy Biz Colossus. I was going to send that to Trey, and then he has like slightly rubbery parts like for the knee pads and that chest piece, and it was like leaching out. I'm like, I told Ethan, I'm like, I can't send this one. I don't want to send a figure that's going to have toxic plastic.
I'll tell you what, I'll look into that.
But yeah,
if the stuff works
like
and takes the stick away, that'd be great. And then what I would probably do is once I get rid of that sticky shit, maybe I would even take it apart and maybe a light coating of like I don't know, like a clear, like an acrylic over top of it or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you were saying with the black Spider-Man figure you had as a kid that turned into a pile of tar and stuck to
Well, he landed on the tar on the roof and then he melted into it. Yeah, he partially melted into it.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Since you were talking about plastic breaking down and decaying from figures, it's like at least it's not that bad, where he just sits out in the sun and turns into a pit. Or
because I have I have a few of the older figures from the Battlestar Galactica, the Cylons especially. The bottom half of the legs are like that rubbery type plastic. And because they were in a very closed, sealed-in environment over my father's house, yeah, those bottom of the legs are all tacky as hell. I've left them out, and some of the tack has come off, but not all of it. And I just hate that shit. It just bothers me. So, I mean, if the spray like that could actually help eliminate some of that problem, that'd be great. And then after that, yeah, I would make sure it's properly cleaned up, and you know, if there's any repainting to do, repaint it and then clear coat it, so I never had the issue again.
Yeah, that would be good.
And get the cloths to rub it down and takes off the sticky coating. Huh. That's interesting. I definitely have to. Thanks, I appreciate that. It's always nice to find out something new, because it was racking my freaking nerves on some of them because I couldn't figure out how to get the damn shit cleared off. But yeah. All so right. I'm going to get into the toy break now, and this goes back into part of Hasbro and their failures. And I seen Chaos Hoy, Hasbro equals failure for most for a lot of shit, and it kills some of us because we know they could do it right. We've seen them do it right, and then they just get lazy.
They do occasionally do pretty well. I mean, the classified GI Joes are pretty good.
Yeah,
those not the only one they seem to be putting any effort into.
Yeah, there's only been a couple where I was like, oh, they could have done this better, but for the most part, they've been pretty stellar.
And then obviously there's like 3 lines of Transformers that are actually pretty good, or 4.
Yeah. I mean, even then, they still have some flubs in those as well. And it
like
doesn't. It should never happen.
Line, all the Bumblebee stuff. Yeah, there's tons of junk. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because again, like Tommy was saying, the 86 line is probably their strongest line, and the War for Cybertron stuff, you know.
Yeah, and then the evolution stuff is pretty good too for the legacy evolution.
There's a couple of things they did pretty solid, because that's when I started getting Transformers again, because I used to get them years ago here and there, just like key kind of characters I really liked if they look really good. But I ended up getting almost like full series for like the Earthrise, and because they were so iconic, but yet the articulation was better, the transformations were better. It's like, okay, this is what we should have had from day one, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Another one is that Titan series. I don't even know if they're still doing that one, but the Titan series for the Transformers or whatever it was. I think it was Titan.
Titan's Return. That was that was years ago. God,
yeah, okay, those are old. Those 20, I wasn't even sure if Yeah,
it was like 2014, I want to say.
Okay, yeah, they're probably done with that run then.
No, that's way since over. Yeah, once they got into the War for Cybertron line, that was the official end of Power of the Primes, because Power of the Primes was right before that. And right before that was Combiner Wars, and then you were Titan's Return, and then it was going back further. It was like Generations that they were doing, which were super, super cheap. They were made so cheaply. They were like really, really bad.
Yeah, nothing's as bad as that Rise of the Beast Megatron. That thing was literally hollow on one side, and literally his legs just folded up, and that was his transformation. Then you just took and stuck him on the arms.
You also get into some of the crossovers that they've done, like when the first few that they did for the crossovers for G.I. Joe and Transformers, they were just so poorly made. Like that Megatron one looks great as a his tank, looks freaking suspect as hell as a freaking robot.
Yeah,
because there's so many big giant hollow spots, and then the paint jobs. There was like all kinds of just like really bad paint jobs where they just had silver splashed over the freaking his tank treads. I was like, what the hell is this shit? For $100 toy, I shouldn't be seeing this shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. I've been waiting for those to drop if they ever do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I seen a lot of people. I seen a lot of people piss and moan about them, man. I wasn't the only one. I heard that they did a good job on the Soundwave one, which I wanted. But once again, that getting close to that $100 price range again is like, nah, probably not.
Yeah.
It kind of is what it is. It's too expensive. But we're gonna take a look at some of the Hasbro fails, because in this toy hunt, of course, as always, we do the toy hunts. I go out and I check out the stores, see what they actually have on the shelves. See what some of these companies are doing right and what they got out there and how other ones are failing, like Hasbro. Here we go.
As always, the absolute lack of stock for Hasbro stuff, especially with their Transformers, just disappearing, going. I mean, they got other stuff thrown in here too, because they don't have no more stock, and it doesn't look like they are ever getting it back now. This has been at least a month. It's the same thing with their G.I. Joes. Almost no stock left. And then you look down their Marvel stuff, and yeah, big, giant, empty spaces. That's more of the Tools of Grayskull, regular Masters Universe, Jitsu, Sorceress, and looky, they got Leonardo. Yeah, of course they're gonna have Leonardo now, and I just don't have the funds. And there goes He-Man as well. Look at that. Yeah, when I don't have money available to get them, they got them in stock. This is just the way it works. Checking out some more of the NECAs. Got another one of those Assassin's Creed figures in. And so like a parade. The Mentor. Aliens, like they're alien. And Raphael, Frankenstein's monster. And it's been opened up and everything. Probably something stolen out of it. They got the Nosferatu. That is pretty damn cool. I like that one. And I'm not really sure who would want it, but they got Logan Ball. Still got one of the gargoyles in there. Rule the night. We got this Goliath thing. The NECA, like Sega looking one. Pretty cool looking.
Yeah, that Goliath, that's one that I would probably want, but yeah, I'm not paying full price on that guy either.
I'm waiting for that price to come down, but NECA never does seem to come down on prices.
Not really.
I've seen them come down at Walmart. Like I said, he came down a little bit, but I was going on that trip and missed him completely. Hey, fellas, how we doing?
Hey, how's it
Hey
going?
guys.
We got Draven and Adam for those who don't know.
Right.
What up, y'all? What up?
Yeah. We were talking about our insane addictions to plastic.
Well, you know.
Our insane addictions to plastic.
At least you're not down with the downs.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
It started already. Boy, that didn't take long. That
I know,
quickly.
Jesus. What you expect less of me, Tommy?
Of course not, Adam. I'm glad you guys joined us and have a little fun. Yeah, Time Profit. Funny thing is, NECA did have Golden Girls out there, and they're gone now. I don't know if NECA pulled them off the shelves or if somebody actually bought those things, but I have fortunately not seen them anymore because every time I see them, I laugh so hard I forget what I'm looking for when I'm in the toy aisle. And what's a Logan Paul? It's best not to answer that. I'm pretty sure.
Gonna destroy Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
No,
fun.
he already did once. Did you guys hear? I mean, there's really not really the stream for it, but yeah, they had like a little sparring, and he knocked him right on his ass. I'm not sure if he knocked him out or what, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
he came in after Nosferatu, right? No, that was pretty interesting. It was good to see that one on the shelf, and I know that's a fairly new one, but yeah, the thing looks awesome. I just can't believe somebody already ripped the package open on the damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw him in stores as well a couple weeks ago. He looks nice, but yeah, I don't know. I wasn't going to get that one.
Well, Slasher opened it up at the top of at top of this segment with the turtle and the crossover, and Lurch, unfortunately, we lost him, but he had asked if there were any other crossovers, so we're going to kind of get into that right now. So one of the things Hasbro is bringing back, they're bringing back a crossover that they did many years ago. I have this one in my collection, so they're doing a re-release of Ectotron.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is just a 100% re-release again. It does look it, I don't know if maybe they made corrections to the little plug-in ports, which drove me absolutely batshit crazy on this one, because those damn ladders and everything, they don't port into the side of the vehicle correctly. And it was the one major flaw and problem that I had with this figure. Everything else about it was spectacular. But whether or not they fixed it, I don't know. I'm thinking they just re-released it again.
Oh, okay.
So they have that one. Then, of course, the turtle one that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
They were talks about a couple more crossovers, which I don't have right now because right now they're still just talks. But then I started looking at some of the Mezco stuff that Mezco's got coming up, and I seen these. And I died when I seen Goonies.
Oh shit!
Nice.
That is pretty glorious.
They got him with the big giant map and everything, and I was like, "Holy shit, that looks cool as hell!" I don't even care how articulated they are; that just looks amazing as a set.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, some of the other ones, I don't know, like the Batman animated series. I was never huge into Batman animated, but for the fans of that, I mean, they got that Joker, the Robin.
Yeah.
I mean, they all look pretty cool.
The cartoon was great. I don't think I need the figures of them. You know.
No.
So, yeah.
I got the cartoon though.
Right.
Then they also had these. They had King Conan, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles deluxe set, which this came out a little while ago. I guess they're re-releasing it again.
Oh, okay.
So that's more the original classic design of the Eastman and Laird Turtles, where they got the skinny necks, skinny legs, and everything. So I loved when I seen that set the first time, and it is much cheaper than NECA. So if you're looking for something that is comparable, the Mezco ones look pretty damn decent, and I haven't heard anything bad about their product. So, I mean, it might be worth checking out. The other one that I thought was interesting was the Scooby-Doo and Friends.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's pretty neat. It's so small right now on my screen. I gotta blow this up.
Yeah, I wish I could have got better pictures of these, like blown up pictures, but I only had so much time to upload shit, and with my internet, you know, thanks a lot, CenturyLink. I only have so much time to try to get everything done. I've been working on shit for the past few days to get everything ready for the show, all the way up until an hour and a half or so before the show. What a joy!
Hold on a sec. I think I could probably get photos of that.
Got photos?
Which company was it was Mezco?
Mezco. Yeah.
Holy shit, he's $100. That's a lot. Yeah, I got photos. Share screen. Yeah, that's nice. They did it like the Frank Frazetta paintings. That's a pretty cool looking Conan. Yeah, these are like straight up. So some of the face, man, what does he got? Like 6 different heads?
Yeah, I was saying, like all them extra accessories it seems to have. That's probably why the damn thing is so expensive.
Oh yeah, all the different pieces, the different armor you could swap out. You get the cape with the wire in them. Yeah, you get all different looks. Dude, yeah, he looks exactly out of one of the Frazetta paintings. Shit, man. Yeah, these guys did a fantastic job. Okay, 3 different heads. 2 different hands. 2, 4, 6, 8. 10 hands in total. All the weapons and shit. Wow. That looks really cool.
Those are really detailed too.
Hell yeah, they are. There's the cape. Another cape.
Cloak.
Jesus. Yeah. He comes with a lot of shit. So yeah, they want to. Oh, and yeah, these are the actual chain link. The skirt piece there. Dude, I don't know, man. They're doing high quality stuff, that's for sure.
I just wish some of it was just a little bit more in the affordable range. I mean, because that's like for me, like buying $100 figures in like $100 range. That's almost like my toy budget for the month.
Oh, I hear you, dude. And for half that price, they have Super 7. They did the King Conan as well for about $54. And that's what he comes with, and a little closer to Arnold, like a cartoony version of him. Still really nice.
Yeah, because it's definitely got the movie sword.
Yep. So not bad. I still think that looks nice as well. So
that looks
dude,
decent.
Yeah, right now, man, like Conan he's like the only that's really popping big time in the comic shops too. Those books keep selling out.
Guys, I gotta head out.
All right, no problem.
I'll see you guys.
No
Yeah,
problem,
see you guys.
Slasher. Have a good one, man.
Yeah.
Take care, Slasher.
Thanks for the invite. Hope you
Take
guys
care.
next time.
Oh yeah, man.
Here, buddy.
Peace out.
All right, man. What was the other one you were thinking about? Or was there another one you were going to look at from that list, or no?
Yeah, was there another one you guys wanted? I think that Ecto one. I think you're right. That is just a re-release. There was something else. Oh, there's something I saw that. This has got to be a lawsuit. Oh, Lurch is back.
Yeah, I just took the chance to do some stuff.
No problem.
No problem. No problem. What's going on, William?
Hey, Will, how you doing, man? If you ask me, I think this is going to be or it could potentially be a massive lawsuit. Who is this character remind you of?
Kind of reminds me of Pitt.
Kind of. They took the little mask off. Is that not Pitt?
Yeah, it looks like him.
Like a maskless Pit, right?
Yeah, this is. I think that's why they added the mask to make it look like it was somebody else. But yeah, this is Dale Keown's character, and I can tell you right now, I don't think that guy had signed off on this. So I don't know what this company is, but I saw this on like Big Bad Toy Store's front page, and yeah, this to me looks like a massive lawsuit in the works, or potentially.
Yeah, unless they're in China, and then you can't sue them. I mean, you could try, but you could. Yeah. I mean, you might be able to do something, but you know what I mean.
Well, you know, I would
they
say
make a lot of Chinese knockoffs.
I would say this: people that are speculating though, and they have the money to actually throw on this stuff. Mm-hmm. If you're thinking about it, and there's a potential that a lawsuit might happen, grab them, because they most definitely will go up in price. What was that other company, Vinnie? The same thing happened to them. They got hit, and their prices for the figures that they had out before went through the
yeah. I know the ones they had, like their knockoff Ninja Turtles that were better than Ninja Turtles. They were like named after the seasons. Like they had winter, spring, summer, fall, and each one of them was a different turtle. Those things were jaw dropping. Really amazing looking stuff. Stop sharing that, but yeah, I saw this on the front page of Big Bad Toy Store, and apparently this comes out in August. These guys, and yeah, very, very surprised by that. You know, it's none of my business.
You never know with these companies. Yeah. I did have a couple more things from Mezco I want to show off.
Okay.
So they had these Sin City figures, which I don't remember seeing them before, but apparently these are older ones because they're not listed as new. But
oh yeah, the one on the electric chair, that's not new. That came out.
Well, McFarlane had done Sin City figures. They had Marv in the electric chair. They had the regular Marv. But I don't. This looks different though from McFarlane.
Well, these are 100% based on the comics.
Yeah,
because you could tell with the cell shading, like that. That's not just the way they took the pictures. Yeah, like when I blew it up and took a look at it, it was all cell shaded. And you know what? She is blurred out YouTube. So if you think of trying to hit for that, yeah, get a closer look. Everything is blurred out on it. So. And
it's artwork and it's plastic. They're fictional. They're not real. So
yeah, but YouTube doesn't know the difference.
Yeah.
And of course, one of the other ones that Mezco had, and this is not a new one either, but with all the garbage of the new movie coming out, I'm sorry, Draven. But yeah, you got the original Eric Draven here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a beautiful looking figure.
Yeah.
How much is that going for?
It's up there.
Let Vinnie give you that bad news.
Maybe like 160, I think. Something like that.
It does look incredible, though.
Yeah.
Really
Alternate limbs, interchangeable
Let's find
head
out.
portraits.
This
Looks like an actual photo.
Yeah, this Mezco.
All right, I will tell you in a moment. Oh, this one's $100. Okay, it's cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
So the picture that they're using to present it is, do you think that's the actual figure, or do you think they're just using like art?
Well, they touch up their photos for sure. Here's the figure. It's still really nice.
Okay. Wow.
Goes on Draven's
nice.
next to buy wish list.
Yeah, I know, right? $100 and some bucks though. That's out of my price range for a figure.
Yeah, they're. That's why I haven't gotten any Mezco stuff.
What's it going to come with? Is it going to come with that cat? Oh my God, does it come with that?
Dude, that's awesome.
They're like, it's so out of my budget. Wait, does it come with that?
I know,
Hold
right?
on a
And yet
second.
there's more.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
dude,
think
this is nice.
I think we found both that are cocaine.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Apparently, all it is a really good, well sculpted crow figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have the 12-inch one, and that one's a beauty.
Wow.
Dude, really, what is it coming with?
Everything.
I'll show you when we get there, but it looks like he comes with a lot.
Mr. Real Horror, start guarding all your valuables. They're about to
He
be sold
encourages
off.
it. He totally enables and encourages it.
Okay. Well, he comes with 4 different heads. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 hands. He's got the base with the stand, the coat. He comes with the mask, that's separate too. The necklace with the ring, sword, dagger, lighter, the rooftop, the piece there, the guitar, the headstone. He does come with the flame effect. He comes with the cat. He comes with both birds.
Oh my God.
He's fully loaded. Holy shit.
Is there more?
I sure hope not, because Trina sounds like she's ready to explode, and I do not have a mop to clean up the green room.
Fully loaded.
Only for $100.
That's
that's only 3 DECA figures.
That's 100.
She's trying to rationalize it.
Which one's this one?
She's a female. She'll get it if she wants it.
No, I mean,
this is different. This is
for $100 though. It's still pretty good. I mean,
yeah.
It's not like it's
$100, all that stuff.
Yeah, I think it's actually a pretty good deal, and I mean, the figure looks really good. So,
right?
It's not something you just
spend
find
$100
everywhere
on one.
either.
You may as well buy
it
this
says
one.
right here, or 4 instant free payments of $25.
Trina's like sold.
Yep. I might. Oh man. I might be getting this.
She's like, first I need to change my my under my undergarments. Yeah, this is a freaking nice one. I better stop looking.
You see a lot of either though, Vinnie. Like,
I know you're tempting me.
When's the last time you saw a good crow figure?
They're tempting me, and I have the 12-inch one that came out like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
You bastards.
And see what happens when Tommy goes down the rabbit hole looking at Mezco stuff?
Right?
It's always the damn guinea pig.
Right?
Always that damn pig.
Bastages. I did see that there are new Motu stuff coming out too. This was pretty cool. I wasn't crazy about the face, but I was impressed with what they did here. Hold on a sec. They have a Skeletor with the throne.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the head sculpt looks.
Yeah, that's
weird.
badass.
Yeah, I have the proper head sculpt that came on the other
Yeah, and it's
figure.
like the old throne look too.
Yeah,
because I think Origins changed it.
Is this one Masterverse?
Yeah, it's a Masterverse one. Yeah, he's got 2 different stabs. I don't know if that's light up or not, or if they just did it for the photos.
It looks if it's not light up, it's that clear plastic that you just got to put a light underneath it.
Yeah. Oh wait, I guess it is because they get different. That is.
Yeah, they might have little LEDs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I like it.
Nice.
That's a nice set.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You could use it for Halloween.
You buy now, Round Eye. You buy
now. But this thing's $70, so for 30
you know
more.
what? You were just
got a crow
interested in
figure.
$100 figure. Now you're going to be worried about something that's only $30 more. I mean, come on.
Did you
Vinnie.
hear what I just said, Tommy? I said for $30 more. I think that crow one is that one's calling us. It keeps calling.
Comes with a lot more too.
Mm-hmm.
More bang for your buck.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if we sell off some loved ones' vital organs, we will have more than enough to get both of them.
I know. There's a couple of figures I want to see if I could sell them for some decent money. That I'm just not a fan of the stuff anymore. Star Wars.
When I was at Horror Hound, speaking of like expensive shit, when I was at Horror Hound, I seen a guy that had both the puppets or whatever from Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because the Raimis were there.
What was the price?
Kidding.
Or was he
I don't
selling?
know. I don't know
You can
how
get
much.
like 25 grand for one of your testicles.
I don't
I
know
think
how
that's the
much
most
he paid
valuable
for
organ
it.
you have.
But
I
think
looked it
he
up
got
once, and I think it was like 25.
I don't know how you know that, but
I think
I
he
wondered
got,
once how much it's actually worth, because you know the old saying, "I'd sell my left nut," and I wondered wonder what that would actually be worth. Apparently, like 25 grand.
I think the guy got them when they actually came out, so he didn't pay like an exorbitant amount of money.
Okay, you said, did you really say the Raimis were there?
Yeah, I got a picture with them too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have to see that.
yeah, I wanted to meet them so badly too.
Oh, you are so lucky. I wish I was able to go.
But see, now you've upset Trina. You know what's going to happen. The first one is having the testicle sold. It's going to be you now, Draven.
That way she could fly out there. She could buy the figures. She's like, what's the next convention they're going to be at?
Well, you know, if it goes, Trina, if it goes like it used to, because they're not going to, used to be September, they'd have the same fucking people in Indianapolis, okay? They're doing it in Cincinnati again in September, so they might have some of the same people there.
But yeah, I got to meet Eli Roth as well.
Oh, nice. This picture's awesome,
It
man.
is. Did you talk to them too, or is it just the
I talked to Sam. Complimented my shirt and asked if it was the original Crow, and I was like, "Yep." So,
nice,
cool.
That's good, man.
And
Very
I
cool.
shook all their hands. So.
What was it like meeting Eli Roth?
He was pretty cool too. I was wearing the Woke Busters shirt. When I got to send, he thought the shirt was pretty awesome. So
nice.
Cool. Yeah. I met Ted Raimi in passing when I met Bruce that time, but I didn't have any conversation with him. I was running back to my booth, but
they were doing all kinds of crazy like poses and shit with everybody when they got their photos too.
Nice, they had fun.
And they had multiple photos, because they'd have people single, just for a single picture with Eli Roth, with a group picture, so that was kind of cool. Oh, and Vinnie, it's on your birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's Cincinnati.
Yep. So we'll talk off air. We'll talk off air. I'm working on plans. I'm trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
We're trying to figure it out.
Yep.
There was something I saw was really cool. There's no way in hell I could afford this either, unless again we sell Draven's testicle and We all divide up that money.
Well, I mean, even if we
Usually,
do, it's okay. Time Prophet has confirmed that he could just grow it back, so it's all good.
Right?
Exactly. See?
Well, then how come we haven't done this yet?
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, I couldn't find where his table was when I was at that freaking Orlando show. And by the time we did, he had already left. Which sucks. Because, you know, I got mutual friends. But this piece was cool. We did show the Crow. Look at the 50th anniversary of his father here from Game of Death.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah, this is a statue, though. A 1/4 statue. That thing is gorgeous.
Badass.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, that's the suit that I was talking about. That the gosh damn it, the Juggernaut in yellow. That's what I was saying. It kind of looks like it was an homage.
Oh, the Game of Death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is beautiful.
That's what I was saying by his last movie, because yeah, he was dead when they actually released it because they hadn't finished it yet.
Yeah, he only did those couple of scenes, and they had to film the rest of the movie with someone else. And they destroyed it.
And Vinnie, no worries. You can get this figure. According to Brutal, Draven's Genitals, the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, this thing is freaking beautiful. It had this, the rooted hair. That's killer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they did a beautiful job with this. You know,
I thought that was just sculpted hair. Wow, they did a really good job on that.
They did. That and the actual clothes.
How much is this? 200.
Yeah, right. Keep going.
Yeah, statues are like
$5,000.
Yeah, he's 1/4 scale. This guy's
sure.
$1,000.
I was just going on the price for the Crow figure, so I don't know. Wasn't sure if the price range is just jumping all over the place, which it obviously is.
Well, yeah, because these are all different companies. Blitz.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just whatever.
They've done a number of Bruce Lee stuff. They have the properties for a while, and I think they're the ones that did the 1-to-1 bust as well, which is just that piece is holy shit. Is it amazing?
Time Prophet. That would only be as if they were imitating Bruce Lee, since this is like official, and the family's no doubt is either signed off or is getting kickback from this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Let us hope they're getting money off of this.
Oh, they absolutely are. That's what you see the logo down here.
Otherwise, you could just call it Jackie Lee and then use the image, and then then it becomes okay.
You know,
Jackie Lee.
They have the
you know what I mean, and then don't spell it at all the same way.
Yep.
They have the official trademark branding logo that's there.
Nice.
Him doing the sidekick in the air.
So the third party, they'll just call it Jackie Chan, right?
Well, no, you can't use his name either. So you like combine the two and spell them differently. They used to do that stuff on cartoons when a character was supposed to be like an homage or a reference or whatever. They would have like some cheesy name that was something similar.
Yeah, Vinnie showed.
Does that have any extra shit with it? Like, I know some of those statues like come with different head sculpts or
some of them do, but this one's almost 22 inches. It's made of PVC, polystone, ABS, metal, wood, and fabric. Parts of the base as well has some of that stuff on it. It's limited to 1,000 pieces. That's also why the price is higher. Box contains Bruce Lee, Rod, 2 diorama flags, and the bracelets.
Nice. Now that one said rooted hair version, so I wonder if there's a sculpted hair version that maybe is going for a little less.
I'm checking right now. Unless it's going to come out later, because that's a pre-order.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's pre-ordered. Yeah, I'm not seeing another one right now.
And that's probably another reason why it's limited, because they can only clip so much of the hair off of Bruce Lee to put on these things.
Jeez. Oh, wait.
They can only clip so.
Let me see. They have another one here.
Most certainly, all but his skeletal structure has decayed long ago.
Yeah, hold on a sec. They do
Unless
have
he was
this.
like embalmed to death or something, and even then.
This is a sculpted hair. I did find it. It was on the next page.
See, even that looks good.
It does. Not too bad.
So is this one? Do they have a price listed for this one?
Yeah, this one's cheaper. I think this one's $600.
Oh wow, okay.
Let's see if it's limited as well. Oh, 509.
That's not too bad.
It's actually pretty good.
It doesn't say.
We could all get one.
That
We could all just about get one off of one of Draven's things. So I think we're covered.
Everybody's just chopping my nuts off so they can settle and buy toys.
We could all like chip in and get one, and we could just like share it.
Yeah, sure.
You have it for 4 months.
Do a GoFundMe. That's what you do.
There was a show that did that with something. Now I can't remember if it was Seinfeld. Oh man, now I can't remember.
Maybe. But they were sharing something?
Yeah, they were sharing like maybe it was like
A lot of
an
sitcoms
award
actually
cup
have an
one.
episode like that where they all pitch in on something, and then the focus of the episode is them trying to share ownership of this item that they all wanted to buy.
Yeah, yeah.
Sitcoms that have used that.
Yeah, or it was like, or maybe it was like an award that they won. It was something like that.
Jeez.
It rings
Selling Draven's toys to get your own for shame. Jesus. It's a very situation.
I quote the great Eddie Guerrero, cheat to win.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hear what you're saying, Trina. It'd be almost like we're Stanley Cup winners, right? We pass it around. Everybody gets a little time with the cup. Do we all get the shirts too? Say we were winners?
Yes. We all have like a certificate of part ownership.
But yeah, just draw up a freaking deed or whatever and put everybody's name on it. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying it now. I don't care if it was your testicles or not, Draven. You're going to get the shortest amount of time with the statue.
Oh, jeez.
Draven's all like,
not okay.
First, since my last name is Draven, I get first dibs on the crow statue, and then by the time I'm done with it, you guys won't want it anyway.
Oh God! Now don't say that.
That's disgusting, Draven.
What's wrong with you? Jesus.
Because I'll see its glory in it, and I'll just go all over the place.
No. This is
why
we
are
can't
all
have
these
nice
extra
things.
holes in the back of this figure, Draven?
Oh my
God.
This is exactly why we can't have nice things.
I don't remember the makeup on that figure streaking that much. Was this thing crying?
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Dude, look at Time Prophet's comment.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
But yeah, that's about all I got. Did you have anything else, Vin?
No, I'm tapped out. I was looking up something else, but that's also not here. So, yeah.
All right. That's all good. We've been going for almost 2.5 hours, so I think this is a good spot to actually check out for the evening. Everybody that has joined us tonight and all the different platforms, thank you for hanging out with us, and we hope that you had a good time. Hope that you had some laughs. Escape the monotony of every day. Let's just go ahead and beat our heads against the walls. We're trying to figure out why stupid people keep doing the stupid things that they do. This is a good way to get away from it and watch us blow every last dollar we have and sell Draven's testicles so we can acquire all those wonderful plastic items that we so desperately need in our lives. Thank you so much for your sacrifice, Draven. It is greatly appreciated. But this is the part of the stream where we're going to go around the panel. We're going to let everybody have a moment to speak their piece and let you know what they got going on. So let's kick it on over to this guy.
Shitter was full. Oh, yeah. Geez, I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, I do gaming and wrestling stuff over at my channel. Not this Friday, but the next Friday I'll be in Philly, going to Ring of Honor, to see one of their shows live. So should be interesting.
Cool.
I'll take plenty of pictures and all that jazz.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
You gonna bring a sign?
I'm not bringing a sign. Fuck that shit.
You should bring a sign.
I'm gonna be like front row, so we'll probably end up watching it, the pay-per-view, at some point, maybe when everybody isn't doing something. We'll watch it and try to
it's actually a pay-per-view. It's not a regular.
Yeah, it's an actual pay-per-view. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
we get to look if we can find Draven hiding down and digging deeper.
Yeah, see if I can. I'm gonna be like 3 seats back from the barricade on the camera side, from the entrance. Like the entrance goes down, and you have the people that are right there, camera side, or that would get on camera. So that's where I'm going to be.
Nice.
So at least I'll get to see all the people coming down to the ring.
Oh, awesome.
And guys, Draven's link for his YouTube channel is in the description down below. I'm almost positive, pretty sure. And right before we kick Draven off and let somebody else say what they got to say, Impossible
exactly.
Brutal, because we would have sold both by then. There's a lot of toys to get.
We were just earlier.
Well, if you're sacrificing my nuts for it, that means there'll be plenty of nut to go around, and everybody can get a figure for themselves.
Draven, thanks for joining us, man.
You're welcome. It's good to be here.
Horrible. All right, now we're going to kick it on over.
And all day long, my foot up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Yeah, I'm not passing on that toy. Yeah, this was fun, and thanks, and that's all I got.
Yeah, always a pleasure to have you join us, Adam. I hope you had a little bit of fun and had a few laughs.
Oh, dude, I was watching in the background. I've got a bad head cold.
It happens. It happens.
Feel better.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, brother.
All right, now we're going to kick it on over.
What car is that coming up? Creep. Drive by.
Oh, hey, I'm Lurch. It's just always fun to be here. I don't know, I have a channel, but it doesn't really have a specific purpose. Just whatever I upload. But yeah, just fun to be here.
Thanks for joining us.
Hope everyone has a good night.
I hope you had a few giggles too.
Oh yeah, it's always hilarious.
Awesome.
I was trying not to bust out laughing at times.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If you got to laugh,
yeah,
you
that's
just
one of the reasons I had
laugh,
the mic muted.
Yeah, you got to bust. You got to bust. I mean, out laughing. We're retarded.
But we're going to kick
that's
it
part
on.
of the fun of it.
Right?
Just being
we're
retarded,
gonna kick.
You know?
We're gonna kick it on over now. Literally.
Hey, I'm stuck. I can't transform. Oh, thanks. I think.
Well, thanks for having me again. This was a lot of fun. These shows are always a lot of fun. It was great to be with all you guys and great to hang out with you guys in the chat as well. Yeah, you can catch me on my channel at Real Horror. I'll have a new toy review probably within the next week. And yeah, other than that, I just hang out with these guys. And soon ETEP is going to be doing a new horror show on Tuesday nights. And I'll be doing that with him. I'm looking forward to that.
What doesn't that mean? It's you both are having a new horror show? You are the co-host on it, so
yeah, right. Yeah, I'll be So I'll be a co-host on ETEP's new show, and thank you, Tommy. yeah, that will be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for having me, and hope everybody has a great night.
Awesome. Always a pleasure, Trina. Always a pleasure. And I'm going to kick it on over to...
It's me, Mario Kartitis. Oh no.
Hello, everyone, and tune in tomorrow, 5 p.m. We're gonna do the Friday Underground stream. We're gonna continue talking about Shogun, and then we're gonna get into some spicy stuff because this week has been all the last 2 weeks have been like total madness. And we will be bringing back the segment. Presidents say the darndest things, or / presidents tell dirty jokes. So I hope you guys are gonna enjoy that. I have at least 2 of them that hit 10,000 or just about 10,000 views. So thank you for that. And the new people have been watching. Again, they're parodies, they're comedy. I'm amazed at the handicapped people that come out of the woodwork where they don't know how to read or they don't finish watching the actual short. And they're like, this is AI. Why are you hurting Trump like that? It's a parody, spazzes. So I pissed off extreme MAGA and extreme lefties. It's hilarious. But if you want to catch some of those, I have a ton of shorts up right now. A couple more is going to be going up between tonight and tomorrow. So tune into those. And at the same time, too, if you want some awesome product, I do have some great books that ship right away. We have the Volume 3 art book. This is still available. I have some really cool pieces on here too. Original artwork. If you guys are still looking for original artwork. This is 64 pages, perfect bound. Just a gorgeous book. My local comic shop, he picked up a couple of them from me too. So that's a good thing. Kind of afforded me, so I was able to snatch up a couple more pieces of plastic that we reviewed recently.
Some wiggle room.
Some wiggle room, but yeah, I mean, again, it's not as much as I thought, but again, this is more exclusive to the Indiegogo
yeah,
stuff
these drawings
right now.
are awesome. I was waiting.
Tila
and the Sorceress.
Yeah, they're one of a kind as well, and the Sorceress.
Yeah, and the fact that you did that with a pen is really cool.
Yep, yeah, this is
because you can't erase
and ballpoint.
Yeah, when you showed that, I was like, wow, that I would always draw with a pencil that way I can erase.
Yeah. It's very unforgiving, but
once you draw it, you got to stick with it. So
yes,
and
I'm very happy with how she turned out. Yeah, it's a killer piece. Sorceress is still available as well. Trapjaw sold out. So did Skeletor. I have another one on my drawing board right now, and I got to do a He-Man as well. These 2 are also pen. Ballpoint pen, the Wolverine, and the sold out Scarlet Witch. So there's still a couple of other ones here if you guys are looking for some original artwork. And like I said, I'm going to try to get a couple more pieces up. But yeah, I'm working on something aside from City of Venus 2 right now to see if I can generate some more money. I think I'm gonna try another platform as well because Indiegogo is a ghost town. I've seen other people complaining recently too. People have done very good numbers on previous campaigns. One guy in particular, very nice guy, and he put out the statement recently that Indiegogo just doesn't care at all about the comic book side of things anymore. So it's important, extra important now. Grab these links, get them out on social media.
Ghost town.
Yeah, they are ghosting all the comic book side of things because let's face it, CG destroyed it with all those creators who did not fulfill their projects or have been 5-6 years late on their stuff.
Lack of integrity.
Yep, and it hurt all of this. I fulfilled all my projects on time. This is the 7th campaign that again has been fulfilled. That's why I said any orders that come in, I pack up stuff and mail them out right away. I'm all caught up with all this stuff. So again, if you guys want some good comic books, great artwork, we got it here. You know, this
Gee,
is
Vinnie, it's
64
funny.
pages.
You were able to complete yours during the paper shortage too. I might add.
Yep. Paper shortage, pandemics, you name it. I was able to fulfill everything on time.
Board and bag shortage, apparently.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, my ass. I said it too in that once that certain person claimed it. Frogs are gay. Yeah, there was no bag and board shortage at all. Not ever. Whoever tried to feed anyone that, completely full of shit. So yeah. So yeah, if you want some good stuff, we have it. Papa Cod said Vinnie taught me proper placement of the Venus dimples. So, yeah, and he's forever in his debt. Oh, all right, awesome, dude. Thank you, Papa Cod. Yeah, thank you, everybody. You guys and girls are fantastic. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow, 5 p.m. Let's hang out with all these folks. Tommy still has to go as well, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Golden Girls.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christmas. And guys, I am the most hated guinea pig on YouTube and maybe even some of the other platforms because I do not seem to get much love anywhere. They hate my guts. Even on Twitter, my third account on Twitter, Papa understands the pitfalls of Twitter and telling people exactly where they can go at any given time because that's one thing I won't do. I won't hold back the truth, and some people just can't accept the truth, especially habitual crayon eaters. They tend to get very upset about that shit. Look, it's not my fault that you polished off all those crayons right before school began, and there was all kinds of elementary kids that could not get their projects done. This is not my fault for calling you out on it. But yeah, guys, you can find me.
I just cannot believe they actually banned you for that. That's so pathetic. You weren't even like saying anything that's considered, you know, vile speech or whatever.
Yeah, it was violent.
That was, I mean, what you were saying would be almost school friendly, or yeah, not almost, would be like school friendly for really young kids, you know, instead of saying the other things. So
I mean, look,
really
like if I had told them, you know, why don't you go and take the Tide Pod challenge again, and this time use
exactly
ammonia as a chaser.
Or
Okay,
jump off a
maybe
bridge
you get hit.
yeah,
you know, take
Why
a
don't you
long
go
walk
eat some
off the
Elmer's
bridge.
glue, Tommy? You know, eat the Elmer's glue. Eat the paste too while you're at it.
Yeah, you didn't tell him to go, you know, drink antifreeze or anything, so it's not like you told him to do anything bad.
Hey, man, antifreeze, from what they say, is supposed to smell sweet. So, I mean, if they do drink it, it's totally not my fault once again.
They add a bitter in, but yeah, I suppose we could manufacture some without it. No,
antifreeze might sweeten their personality once they're on the ground. But yeah, guys, you can find me over on YouTube. Obviously, most of you know that already. You can find me on Odyssey. You can find me on Rumble as well, all under Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, and on Twitter, since they got me again. Musk, where's that free speech you promised us? You can find me at GPC_WarPig. That's where you'll find me doing stuff. Eventually, I get everything integrated with YouTube and everything when I'm a guest on other people's panels and all that other good stuff, and on here. So I can hopefully eventually be able to start streaming some of this stuff on X as well. Because Jesus, like YouTube, they just keep playing the game. Is what it is. But guys, thank you for joining us. You guys always make it a blast every time that you're here participating with this and just having a blast with us. It really is appreciated more than you'll ever know. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not think, because your silence and your compliance gives consent. And we will catch you next time. Have a good one. Later, y'all.
Peace.
You better run, Mojito.
You what? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run. Adios.